How's it going, folks? Welcome to another fun at-home table read. Tonight, we're doing another fun Shane Black movie, the underappreciated The Nice Guys. I love this movie. So do the people here tonight. That's why we're reading it. So let's jump right into introducing ourselves.
I'm Angie, and I'm doing action description.
Hello, I'm George. I'll be Healy.
I'm Logan. I'm going to be March.
Hi, Anne, and I'm going to be Holly.
I'm John, and I'm going to be John Boy.
I do love this movie. I'm Travis, and I'm playing Amelia.
Thanks for reassuring us, Travis. Anyway, Angie, take it away.
The Nice Guys by Shane Black and Anthony Bagarazzi. The late 70s. The City of Angels wrestles with its two most resistant demons, smog and porn. Once glamorous Hollywood Boulevard, a red light district. In the valley, smugglers keep the kids home from school. At the start of the decade, Los Angeles filed a lawsuit against the big three automakers. The charge? A conspiracy to suppress what was then known as only a smog control device. In fact, the catalytic converter, as it is known now, had been withheld for over a decade. All of the above is true, and the story that follows, probably not. Exterior hillside, Coldwater Canyon, LA, night. Lighted homes dot the landscape, clinging like stragglers to the steep canyon, wreathed in fog, secure, sleepy. Above, random cars shush by up on Mulholland, push in on one home. Nestled in the canyon, the back door opens, amid a brief shaft of light as a boy 14 in pajamas lets the dog out. He shuts the door, and the camera drifts alongside the house. He's visible through windows, heading down the hall, switching off lights as he goes. We push in through a window, following behind the boy, down a darkened hallway as he stops at one particular door. He turns the knob, ever so gently, listens, then click, the boy switches on a pen flashlight, enters the room, creeping in carefully, inching his way towards a bed. He leans down, peers underneath. From above, snoring, Mom, Pop. He shines the light there under the bed, surrounded by dust bunnies, a stack of porn magazines. The boy grasps one from the top, gingerly slides it off, stands again, pen light off, heads back out. Into the hallway. The boy, let's call him Bobby, moves quickly now, starts back down the hallway, examining the magazine. It's called Buster, and it's a clear product of its decade. The cover prominently features a porn star with a noteworthy rack. Bold lettering proclaims her to be superstar Misty Mountains. Bobby smiles. We follow him into the kitchen. He raids the fridge, finds half a ham sandwich, drops it on the plate, eyes riveted on the centerfold, Misty in full glory. He turns, heads toward his room, a man with a purpose. Do we want to know this purpose? He stops. Damn, forgot something. Jogs back, with us in tow, crosses to the fridge, opens it, grabs a bottle of milk. Of course forgot the milk. What was he thinking? He stands, the kitchen window at his back. He pours himself a glass, and that's when we see something he doesn't. Out the kitchen window, a car, way in the distance, a powder blue Trans Am. It appears out of nowhere, punching through the guardrail up Mulholland with a fog-muffled crump. It's almost comical, half obscured by Bobby's head. The car crosses out of our point of view, showering earth. Then it's gone. Blink and you missed it. Window, boring again. Holy shit. Bobby, oblivious, leaves the kitchen, actually yanks our point of view away, walks, juggling the sandwich and magazine, into the living room, raises a glass of milk, takes a sip. The wall explodes, just disintegrates, the whole damn thing. Part of the ceiling goes with it as the powder blue Trans Am blasts into the house, moving impossibly fast, showering debris, trailing trees, brush. It hurtles across the room, detonates obstacles, blows them to splinters, sweeps the place clean, doing 50, half on its side. Then, just as promptly, departs. Crash, sails out of the opposite wall, right into the night. Just like that. Camera pans to follow, tearing out the gaping hole, out and down. Unbelievable. There it is, still going. Plunging down a hillside, tumbling, chewing up huge gouts of dirt. Wham! It slams to a stop, 100 yards down the hill. Battered, smoking, stillness. Then, echoes, fading. Bobby, knocked off his feet by the impact, stands shakily, stares out what used to be the back wall of his house. Exterior hillside minutes later. Bobby staggers downhill in his pajamas, Past uprooted trees, gouged earth, trailing in the car's wake. The sound of dogs barking fills the canyon now. Faintly, we hear Bobby's parents up above calling his name. Bobby stumbles, falls, rolls to his feet. There, below, the car sits steaming, roof pancaked. He forces his feet to move, approaches the wreck as he'd approach a sleeping dragon. Cranes his neck for a look. Car's empty. Then a cough. Behind him, he spins. Stops dead, transfixed. Misty mountains. Lies twisted against a rock, completely nude. Famous curves, bruised, discolored. This is to be handled tastefully. Bobby can't stop staring. He tries to make sense of what he's seeing. That's Misty Mountains. That's her in the flesh. Her breath comes in hitches, gulps. Her eyes are swimming, unfocused. Finally, he notices Bobby, fixes him. Finally notices Bobby, fixes him with a pain-wrecked stare. How do you like my car, big boy? Sirens approaching. She convulses, spasms once, twice. Blood jets from her mouth. She dies, staring at him. The strangest moment of this kid's young life. The two of them in tableau, sirens closer now, wind gusting. We hold, and then Bobby does something odd. He grips his pajama top, yanks it over his head, shivers, it's cold, steps up next to the corpse, delicately lays the fabric across her, covers her up, withdraws, stands trembling in the cold, waiting on the sirens. Cut to black, roll credits. Pause, then.
It's a different world these days. More cynical, less innocent. You see it all around. You see it in the kids.
Interior grade school classroom, lights dimmed. A room full of sullen, bacon-eyed kids, mean age of, say, 13, sit watching an ancient educational film, subject, grammar. On screen, a young boy holds up a white beach towel.
Bart has a plain towel.
The word adjective appears on the screen. Ding! Then Bart is replaced with a little girl clutching a yellow towel.
Sarah has a bright towel.
Ding! Another kid, another towel, this one multicolored.
Jonathan has a gay towel.
The classroom erupts in laughter. Apparently, this is the funniest thing ever. One kid actually falls off of a seat. Camera settles on one young girl in particular, laughing with her classmates. Dark hair, beautiful.
They know too much. Precocious is a good word, only that doesn't get it. It's like precocious, only shittier.
Exterior junior high, afternoon, day. School's out, kids exiting the building, moving in cliques. Stoners, skaters, more stoners. It's the 70s after all. Camera finds her young beauty as she starts home. After a moment, a fire engine red Corvette pulls alongside her. Turns out she knows the guy in the car, a much older guy in the car. They strike up a conversation as, another angle, someone watches from a store window across the street. He's got a kind face, this man, late 30s maybe. For the record, meet Jackson Healy.
Take this one. 13 and already she's got herself a winner. Sure, he's 3 times her age, but he's got money for pot and he drives a nice car.
Exterior Hollywood Hills, suburban street, night. The red Corvette is parked in the driveway of one of those modern boxes on stilts that populates the hills. Camera drifts. To an open window, we hear people having sex inside.
Yeah, who's the man, baby? Who?
You're the man. Oh, yes, you're the man. You. Camera finds Healy just below the window, hidden in shadow, bored, eating peanuts, pops them in one at a time, munches, listening. You're the man. You are my foxy fox. Healy frowns. Foxy fox? Foxy fox! Foxy fox! Healy shrugs, picks through his handful of nuts, whispers to himself.
Yeah, but is he the man?
Oh, yes, baby. Yes, you're the man, baby. Ah, that's better. Healy smiles as he finds himself a cashew.
Love. Grand, isn't it? I was in love once. June Miller.
Flash cut to a Polynesian restaurant. Healy sits across the table from a knockout blonde. They stare into each other's eyes, a beat. Healy starts to say something. Then the blonde cuts him off.
Jack, I slept with your father.
The guy at the next table does a spit take. Back to scene. Healy dusts peanut debris from his hands.
Marriage is buying a house for someone you hate. Remember that.
Sorry. Okay. Another angle, same house later. The young beauty exits alone. Her bicycle, stashed by the front door, banana seat, tassels on the handlebars. She gets on, rides off. Healy steps from the shadows, stares after her.
Yep, these days the world is a vulgar, unromantic place.
Healy cracks his neck, grimaces, slips on a pair of brass knuckles, starts toward the front of the house.
So I adjust.
Healy knocks on the front door. The older guy answers it.
Are you the man?
What?
Healy slugs him. Wham! Shatters the man's jaw. And right then we freeze frame. On the moment of impact, the poor guy's face contorted impossibly, sickeningly.
I don't have a job title. I'm not in the yellow pages, but if you've got trouble with someone.
Interior, the comedy store, night. Setting up for the night's business, Healy sits at a booth at the back of the club. An older man sits across from him.
Someone's threatening you, someone's messing around with your underage daughter, whatever.
The older man gives Healy an envelope, shakes his hand, leaves.
You might ask around for me. Jackson Healy's the name. When business is good, I'm easy to find. When it isn't,
Interior, Interior, United DC-10, coach section, mid-flight, night. Crammed to overflowing with weary travelers, the color orange had the apparent height of its popularity. Healy sits by himself in the first row. A slim metal briefcase rests on the seat by his side.
it means I'm traveling the 1st and 14th of every month.
Healy reaches to the front pocket of his jacket, takes out a pack of parliaments, lights up one-handed, never taking his other hand off the briefcase.
LA to New York. Drop off and pick up. No questions asked. Not something I'm proud of, but it's work.
A stewardess approaches Healy.
Sir, I'm sorry, but if you'd like to smoke, you'll have to move to the smoking section of the plane.
Healy follows her finger. On the floor, a yellow line. Beyond that, a bunch of people smoking. Healy gets up, moves 5 whole feet, sits. Ah, now it's cool to smoke. Joins his fellow smokers, puffing away. Smoke billows to the plane. A baby coughs. Exterior, Mulholland Drive, gravel turnout, sunset. The city of Los Angeles laid out as far as the eye can see, which isn't that far, really. Smog obscures most of the view. 2 cars are parked up here. Healy's Chevelle and a Ford. Healy leans against the Ford.
Sometimes I feel okay about things, not often. Scotty, my AA sponsor, keeps trying to get me to quit this kind of work.
Inside the Ford is a woman, dirty blonde hair, young. She hands Healy a slip of a pink, cow-shaped notepaper.
I think there's 2 of them. I just got the name and description for one. They've been talking to all my friends asking where I live. I'm scared.
Healy studies the slip of paper, pockets it. The woman hands him an envelope.
You'll take care of them?
Consider it done.
The girl offers Healy a fragile smile.
Thank you. I feel better already. You make me feel safe.
It's my job.
Healy starts to leave, counting the money in the envelope, then stops, turns back, leans in the window.
You're short.
I'm what?
You're $20 short.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here.
She fishes through her purse for some cash, finds 2 tens.
Sorry here.
Angle on Mulholland. The Ford drives off, taillights receding. Healy watches it go.
Truth is, I've been thinking about what Scotty said. I could try for an investigator's license, become a detective, you know? Those guys help you. Maybe then I'd feel good in the morning.
Cut to black, pause. Then interior residential house, bathroom, morning. A hand dangles limply from the edge of a porcelain tub, widened to reveal a tousled-looking man, 40-ish, fully dressed, immersed in water up to his neck, dead asleep. Meat, Holland, March. Somewhere in the house, a phone starts to ring. Slowly, March's eyes open. He sits up, sloshing water, winces, puts his hand to his throbbing temple, stops, frowns. There's something written on the palm of his hand with a permanent marker in an unmistakably feminine script. You will never be happy. March just stares at it. How did it get there? Phone still ringing. March ignores it. An answering machine picks up.
You have reached Mars Investigations. This machine records messages. Wait for the tone and speak clearly.
A beep followed by,
This is your daughter speaking. Thursday, as you may remember, is my birthday. Please give accordingly.
March waves a hand at no one in particular.
Yeah.
Also, I hope you didn't forget that you're supposed to be working today.
March blinks. A beep, then
Oh, shit!
he's already leaping out of the tub. Over this, we hear,
What would the world come to an end? You think people would, band together or something?
interior March's car, Sunset Boulevard, day. March in a beat-up convertible, stuck in a gas line, cars honking as March inches toward the Arco station.
No, sir. People are still pretty mean and petty and unforgiving. Which is good, because otherwise I'd be out of a job.
Up at the pumps, a fight breaks out. March ignores it, peruses the day's newspaper. A feature headline: Brazil's killer bee rampage continues. He takes out a portable electric razor the size of a brick. He starts shaving. The glamorous life of a detective.
They implemented a no-fault divorce here a couple years back. That screwed things up. A lot of private cops folded. Not me. Got this guy, runs security at a local retirement park. Kicks a few cases my way. Slam dunks, most of them.
Flash cut to a condo in Leisure World, day. March in the living room, talking to an old lady. He writes in a notebook as she relates her problem.
Oh, it's my husband. Fred is his name. He's gone missing.
Missing. Let's see.
I'm terribly worried. Fred's just never been gone for this long.
March nods, writes, then spots something out of the corner of his eye. There's an urn over the fireplace. March squints at the plaque affixed to it. Fred Miller, a devoted and loving husband. March frowns.
Miss Miller, your husband, Fred, exactly how long has he been missing?
Oh, let's see. Probably since the funeral.
March nods.
See? I see. Well, I can start today if you like.
Cut to exterior downtown street. March on surveillance day. March slouches in his car, watches through the window of a Hollywood sex shop. A couple debates on which dildo to buy. The man holds up several. The woman shakes her head.
Lean pickings, but I hang in. Maybe I'm a fighter. Maybe someday people will notice. Maybe the flying pigs will tell them.
March snaps pictures of the couple. The woman shakes her head, still obstinate.
Honey, you're not going to find one with a bread maker in it. Just buy the fucking thing.
He snaps another photo.
In the meantime, I take whatever's out there. Bottom feeding, sure. Unless you're getting fed.
Interior ice cream parlor day. March is talking to the guy behind the counter.
So she's blonde, about yay, high, might be from the neighborhood. Name's Amelia.
The worker shakes his head. March turns and we follow him out of the shop. He stands on the sidewalk out here, stares down the street at a long line of other establishments.
Ain't rocket science. It's grunt work.
A series of shots, March canvassing, literally going store to store, asking questions of the Quickie Mart, at a fast food joint, talking to a valet, talking to a new dancer, bent double, peeking through her knees. She shakes her head no.
You ask questions. Pound the pavement. Chances are something's gonna pop.
Exterior Hollywood Boulevard night. March's convertible pulls up to the curb. He gets out, noticing his hand. You will never be happy. Faded, but still there. Scowls at it. Looks down the row of seamy Bars. Interior, the Iron Horse Bar night. March talking to the bartender, looking worn out.
I think I remember her, Amelia, right? She was in 4 nights ago, drank bourbon martinis.
March perks up instantly.
That's disgusting. Hit the credit card by any chance?
As in, I'm gonna pull the receipts for you, fat fucking chance.
March offers a folded $10 bill.
Oh, that's very pretty.
I made it myself.
Yeah, I made this.
He produces a carved wooden bat from under the bar. Cut to exterior back of club later that night. Dark, shadowy. Across the alley, we see the same bartender locking up. He pockets the keys, heads off.
Look, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying you gotta think on your feet. You bend a few rules, maybe.
Pan to reveal March behind a dumpster. Dark sweater, black cloth cap. He takes a rag, proceeds to wrap his knuckles. Back door of club with March. March sidles up, whistling, glances both ways.
But it's worth it. As long as you get results.
He braces himself, punches through the glass pane.
Shit!
He pulls his hand back out. His wrist is bleeding. Fuck. He puts pressure on it. Red seeps through his fingers.
Out. Out.
Damn, that's a lot of blood. He takes a rag from his knuckles, tries to cover up the wound. The rag turns red instantly, starts dripping.
Oh, ow, well, that's lots of blood. Lots of blood, okay.
March takes a few steps back, stumbles, suddenly dizzy now. God damn, that's a lot of blood. He shifts his grip, and a literal stream of blood spews preposterously, straight up into the air. He teeters in a tight little circle, blood squirting everywhere.
Okay, ow, wait. Okay.
His eyes start to flutter now as we slam cut to back of ambulance night. Blasting through traffic, silent siren wailing. March's face chalk white, head lolling. A medic hunches over him.
I need 2 units of whole blood. Shit. PP dropping. Christ, we're losing them.
The ambulance careens across lanes. Cut to exterior hospital entrance later that same night. The night quiet, serene. A hospital nun wheels a bandaged March outside, waiting for taxi. Helps him stand.
Tell me, are you willing to find God?
No can do. I'm already looking for Amelia.
He staggers to the cab, climbs in.
Bottom line, I get by. Make some money, I live my life. I'm happy.
Time cut. The taxi driving away. A placid narcotic March and back.
Except, for all the stuff I'm not happy about. But it's best not to think about that.
The taillights recede into the gleaming distance. Exterior Los Angeles, panorama, day. Thick crust of smog hangs in the air, the sun still blazing.
The Air Quality Management District today issued a Stage 2 smog alert for most of Los Angeles Basin.
Interior Healy's apartment, same. It's a small place situated just above the Comedy Store on Sunset. Clean, Spartan. It looks like a monk lives there. Healy lies in bed, atop rumbled sheets, stares at the ceiling. The newscast continues on the TV nearby.
The AQMD cautions residents not to engage in any unnecessary exercise until after 6 p.m. tonight.
Healy checks the time, 4:21 p.m. Sighs. Sits up.
Infamous adult film star Misty Mountains was pronounced dead early yesterday morning after driving her car off a canyon road. Drugs may have played a...
Healy shuts the TV off. Time cut. Healy buttoning his dress shirt. He stops to sprinkle fish food into a saltwater aquarium. On his desk, a daily tear-off calendar. Your word for the day. He tears off yesterday's page, reveals today's word. Equanimity. Noun, the quality of being calm and even-tempered. Composure.
She accepted their problems with grace, and he with equanimity.
Healy smiles, pleased with himself. Finishes with his shirt, grabs his coat, exits the room. Slam. In the foreground, we see something he forgot. Something shiny, his brass knuckles. Exterior Los Angeles with Healy driving, late afternoon. Healy on the way somewhere, cruising up Laurel Canyon. As he nears the construction area, point of view Healy. He sees a cute young girl, 14, maybe 15 years old. Sees a snake beneath the chain link fence. Once inside, she stands, dusts herself off. paces off 10 steps across the scorched barren ground, 6 steps over, 3 back, like following a treasure map. Healy puzzled. This is really odd behavior. She finds a specific spot, sits, composed, takes out a book, starts to read aloud. We have no idea why she's doing this. Angle on Healy going by. His gaze lingers a moment, curious. Then he turns the corner. Exterior residential street, dusk. Healy pulls up, takes a slip of a familiar notepad out of his pocket. It's pink and shaped like a cow. Checks it. Then he gets out of the car, whistling a tune. He crosses to a slightly rundown 50s modern house, patting his coat pockets as he goes, looking for something. His brass knuckles, gone. Shit. He shrugs it off, knocks.
Just a minute. Who is it?
Messenger service, Holland March home?
The door opens, revealing none other than Holland March, distracted, scratching at the bandage on his wrist.
Hi.
Healy slugs March full in the face. March drops as though pole axed. Healy steps past him inside, shaking his hand in pain, shuts the door, looms over March, poised like a dancer.
So March, we're gonna play a game.
There's no mistake. You got to.
It's called Shut Up Unless You're Me.
Yeah, I love that game.
Healy spots March's wallet on a nearby counter, slugs him again for good measure, then crosses, begins idly flipping through the wallet, stops, whistles low.
You're a private investigator?
March manages to sit up, props himself against the wall.
Look, there's $30 there. Just take it.
I told you I'm a messenger. You afford this on a PI's salary?
Man, I'm a superhero. What's the message?
Healy kneels down next to March.
Stop looking for Amelia.
Fine. Heck, enough said. Put a fork in me. I'm done. Don't really put a fork in me.
That's fine, Mr. March. Amelia will be happy to hear you got the message. Almost done. Last thing.
Do you want to know who hired me to find her?
Bingo. Now we can do this the easy way,
Name's Glenn.
or we can do this the hard way.
Client's name is Lily Glenn. She's an old woman. Thinks Amelia might be your niece. Hired me on Tuesday.
Healy stops, momentarily thrown. March spits blood.
Anything else?
You just gave up your client.
Well, I made a discretionary.
No, you gave her up, just like that. Some poor old woman pays you good money, and that's how you treat her?
March just shrugs, supports himself on a coffee table, stands, slowly, painfully, covertly slipping one hand into his overturned cookie jar, comes up with a 38 special, spins toward Healy. Only Healy isn't where he was. He's dropped. He's on the ground, foot lashing out, kicking the coffee table. Wham! The whole damn thing comes up from the ground. Slams March in the face, knocks him back to his ass. Healy is on him in a flash, grabs his gun, dumps the shells, tosses it, says, sadness in his voice.
I'm sorry you didn't get the message.
I get it now. I did. I get it.
Healy grabs March, wrenches his bandaged arm up behind his back, pins him against the wall.
Watch it. I'm injured.
Listen, when you talk to your doctor, tell him you got a spiral fracture of the right humerus. Got that?
Wait, no. Gee, stop.
Deep breath.
Healy twists March's arm past the breaking point. Crack! March screams as we slam cut to exterior March's house, dusk. Healy comes out the front door. A young girl carrying a grocery bag is headed the opposite way, swigging a drink. It's the same girl we saw in the fenced-off lot earlier. This, as we will come to realize, is March's daughter, Holly.
Hi. One of you who?
Yoo-hoo? Man, I haven't had one of those in about 10 years.
Knock yourself out. You in front of my dad's?
Business associate. He's inside, resting. Didn't I see you crawling around an empty lot a few blocks over?
Maybe. I read there sometimes.
Healy nods, takes a swig of his drink, smiles.
It's me for yoo-hoo. Well, thanks.
The girl waves, walks up to the house. Healy goes off in his car. Takes another sip of yoo-hoo, smiles, drives off. Cut to a whole damn case of yoo-hoo clinking as exterior Sunset Boulevard, night. Healy lugs it down the sidewalk on Sunset, pushes through a small crowd of people waiting outside of a club. Interior the Comedy Store, same. Busy night. A bad stand-up holds forth on the lighted stage.
So you heard about this lawsuit? LA is suing the automakers over the galactic converter. Thing is, I don't see what all the fuss is about. I installed one on my car, nothing happened. Except, well, I turned into a Catholic, but that's it.
The laughter's not deafening. Healy wrestles the yoo-hoos through an unmarked door at the back of the club, starts up a flight of stairs. Someone enters behind him. Healy looks back. Two men. One's older with horn-rimmed glasses and a brush cut. The other's in his 20s, feathered hair and gold chains. Back in the day, Richard Lynch would have played this guy. Don't know who that is? Shame on you.
I'm sorry, this area is private.
Gold chain ignores this, starts up toward Healy. Older guy closes the door at the base of the steps.
Wow, you got like an apartment up here?
Guys, if you're looking for a bathroom.
Nice try. We're looking for Amelia.
A blur of silver. Gold chain has a steel baton. Healy can't react. Hands full of whack. Down he goes. Yoo-hoo's smashing as we cut to an old woman's face, distraught. This is Lily Glenn, and she looks like she's about to cry. Interior Pasadena house, night. March walks past camera, his right arm in a cast now.
Miss Glenn, let's be reasonable. It's a high-profile case. Your niece was a famous actress. The head medical examiner himself ID'd the body.
I'm telling you, I saw her, Mr. March. I didn't imagine it. I saw my Misty alive. I thought you said you'd found her.
No, I said I was tracking the girl you saw. Doesn't mean it's your niece.
Why doesn't anyone believe me?
Mrs. Glenn, you were upset. You were at your dead niece's house. Those painful memories. You made a mistake. It could happen to anybody.
I'm telling you, it was Misty. There was no mistake. I saw her through the front window.
Yes, you said.
Clear as day. She was wearing a blue pinstripe jacket. She was writing something. Then she came out and drove off before I could get her attention. This was 2 days after the accident, after they said she went off that cliff. A pause. March takes a deep breath. Then,
Miss Glenn, Mr. Mountains is dead. She died in that accident. I never should have taken your money in the first place.
the old woman starts to cry, chin set in a feeble determination. Even if it's for nothing, even if this Amelia girl isn't my niece, I don't have anything else. Do you understand? Please, Mr. March, please, will you keep looking for her? For me? March sighs, considering, then looks the old lady directly in the eye and says,
No.
Interior March's car, same. March climbs in the passenger seat, side, slams the door, pause. Holly sits in the driver's seat.
Holly, am I a bad person?
Holly picks at her nails, distracted.
Sorry, it got here. Ugh. Yeah, pretty much.
Drive, get me out of here.
Holly puts it in gear.
Did you solve the case, Dad?
Sure, yeah. Case solved.
Interior Healy's apartment, same. Wham! Healy smacks against the wall, then crumples as gold chain enters frame, looms over him. In the background, older guys tossing the place, emptying drawers, throwing stuff. Gold chain kneels next to Healy.
Okay, sport. I'm asking you again. Where is Amelia?
Healy makes himself sit up. He looks resigned, wary. He spots a pack of cigarettes amongst the nearby debris, grabs it and as a wave of laughter wafts up from the club below.
Told you, I just don't know anyone named Amelia.
Gold chain kicks Healy in the gut. Wham! No warning. Folds him sideways, retching. More laughter from the club below. Healy straightens again, in pain.
You don't talk, we're gonna have to start breaking your fingers. You understand?
I understand.
Older guy calls out.
Got some kind of hidden cabinet here.
Gold chain turns, crosses the room, starts pounding on the cabinet, breaks it open. Inside is a heavy canvas bag.
You don't want to open that. That's not mine. My friend wanted me to hold it for him. Trust me, don't.
Gold Chain ignores Healy, rips the bag open. An explosion of blue paint. Just like one of those charges they hide with bank money. Turns Gold Chain's face an impossible, shocking blue. At which point, through the floor comes the biggest buzz yet of laughter, like a sitcom soundtrack.
That's not gonna come off.
Goldchain snarls, savagely wipes his face on towels, crosses to the aquarium, dips his face, scrubs.
Tried to tell you.
Goldchain stops, his still blue face dripping wet.
You tried to tell me?
He reaches into the tank, grabs a tropical fish, flings it. It smacks the wall wetly next to Healy.
Come on, the fish. Don't do that.
No dice. The guy just sneers, groping for another fish. Healy appeals to the older dude.
Can you please tell this guy to act like a professional?
Older guy just shrugs as Goldchain gets a hold of a yellow stripe number, tosses it squirming into Healy's lap.
You're gonna eat that bastard. Do it.
This isn't gonna help you. Do you get that? This is silly and unprofessional.
Eat the goddamn thing now.
No.
Goldchain draws out an automatic, lets it dangle at his side.
Stand up.
Healy sighs, gets to his feet. It's slow going. He's in pain. Stands in the middle of the room, arms held loosely.
Stop and think. Is that why you came here tonight? To make me eat fish? To shoot me?
Healy locks eyes with the kid. Gone is any trace of resignation, of passivity. He suddenly looks hard.
Could have come in here, beat up on me, trash the place. I wouldn't have cared. It's what I expected. But you didn't do that. Instead, you got to piss me off, make an enemy. Even if I did know something, there's no way I'd give it up to you. You're a moron. Also slick, blue ain't your color.
Goldchain raises the gun and fires. Healy's already in motion. The bullet goes wide, past Healy's shoulder, keeps going. Out the open window. Hits a woman in the apartment across the street. Her half-open window shatters. Pop! Arm wound. She goes down with a yelp, drops from sight. The older guy knocks the gun aside.
You stupid son of a bitch.
Voices now from across the way, shrieking. Healy, a blur, dives into the bedroom, hits flat, sweeps the shotgun from behind the bed, spins, barrel up. Front door open, still swinging. Visitors gone. Cut to. Exterior of the Hollywood Star Lanes, morning. Gucci architecture gleams in the bright morning sun. Interior Hollywood Star Lanes, same. A party for Holly in progress. March stands at the counter, surrounded by a pack of howling young girls, all calling out their shoe sizes. He raises a hand.
Oh, easy. Christ, Jesus, one at a time, huh? Thank you. Janet, size. Janet?
Oh, yes. You took the Lord's name in vain.
No, I didn't. I found it useful. Cindy, you a 6?
Cut to the obligatory bowling shots. Except every ball goes straight in the gutter. Squeals, giggles. Interior bowling alley, restroom, same. March in a closed stall, on the pot, reading Time magazine. The cover story is about global cooling. Arm still bugging him. He fishes out a cigarette, lights up. Here's the bathroom door open, clopping footsteps, looks down, alligator boots. Outside, a hand taps politely.
I'm in here.
It's me, Mr. March. I intend you no harm. You're safe. Say yes if you understand.
Outside the stall stands Jackson Healy, calm, posture seemingly casual. He waits. Then slowly, the stall door swings wide.
Yes.
Reveals March, still on the throne, holding the door open with his bad hand. The other's got a gun trained on Healy.
How stupid do you think I am, huh? I got a permit to carry, dumbass. I sent you a little visit yesterday. This baby stays right here, right where I can.
As you go to pat his holster, the stall door starts to swing closed. He quickly has to bang it back open. He looks ridiculous. The cigarette falls from his lips, burns his leg. He swears.
Need any help?
I got this. You stay right there. Mother.
March reaches again for his pants. Stall door swings shut again. He bangs it open. He can't hold his gun, and the door and pulls pants up.
I got this.
Mind if I look away?
March shifts, tentatively rises up, gives up, sits again.
That's pissing me off. What do you want?
Healy takes a deep breath, looks a little embarrassed.
I need you to find Amelia for me.
Interior coffee shop, Healy and March seated same. March is wary, watchful. Healy attacks a slice of pecan pie with gusto, seemingly unruffled.
So you think these guys want to hurt this chick, Amelia?
Sure. After they're done killing her,
Any way to warn her?
I can't reach her. I've been trying.
Okay, why do you care? What's in it for you?
A pause. Healy chews, swallows. Then,
I don't want to have to move.
March looks thoroughly perplexed. Healy shrugs.
Look, it doesn't matter.
Healy drops the wad of bills on the table.
2 days in advance. That's $400 plus whatever the old lady's giving you.
Old lady? Fuck you, old lady. You broke my arm. I quit, remember?
So call her up, get back on the case, get paid twice.
March washes his face with his hand.
Help me find Amelia. You were looking for her, right?
Yes and no.
Excuse me?
March leans back in his chair, sighs.
Last week, the old broad hired me to find her niece, Misty Mountains.
Misty, the dead chick, the porno chick?
Yeah, that one. 2 days after the crash, Auntie Lily went to clean out her niece's place, spotted Misty inside her house through the front window, alive and well. Then saw her drive away.
Bullshit.
Checked it out anyway. Talked to the guard at the front gate. Turns out there was a girl there that evening.
Amelia. The old lady saw Amelia.
March makes a bingo gesture.
Guard confirmed it. Keeps notes of all the cars in and out. I ran the plate, got her name.
And?
March affects disinterest. Casually holds up 3 fingers.
Three what?
3 days in advance if you want the rest.
$600. That's fucking robbery.
Yes, it is.
I only got 400.
The banks are still open. You can hold one up if you hurry.
From behind him comes a bum. He turns around startled and sees Holly there, perched at the edge of the booth.
Gee, Holly, what are you doing?
Giving you a rim job.
Rim shot.
Whatever. Hey, can we have one more game, please? Game before.
She sees Healy, stops, blinks.
You're the guy that beat up my dad.
It's okay. He won't hurt me. He only did it for money. He's a nice guy, aren't you, Slick?
Healy manages a lame smile. Holly stares at him.
You beat people up and charge money?
Yeah.
No. Wow, no way. So how much would you charge to beat up my friend Janet?
How much you got?
Okay, discussion over.
Hey, is that an apple pie?
She reaches over and grabs March's plate, starts eating, bouncing a little on her seat, happy as a clam.
2 days. That's all I got.
March makes a decision.
400, 2 days. We find her sooner, I keep the money.
Done.
That's good.
He scoops up the money, checks his watch.
Because I already know where she is.
Exterior Griffith Park day. Kids playing on swings, blankets with family picnics. Nearby, littered across the grass, more than 100 people, sprawled on the ground, arms, legs akimbo, each one wearing a gas mask, lying perfectly still. This is a die-in. They're pretending to be dead to form a protest. Hand-painted signs proclaim, "For the birds!" To one side, a few spectators, smoking, pointing, looking bewildered, whatever. March and Healy appear at the edge of the gathering.
There you go. Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, wait, what do you mean, there I go?
This is Amelia's protest group. She's in there somewhere, so have at it.
March turns to leave.
Hold on. How do you know she's actually in there?
I told you this is her protest group. She started it, which was the hot tip I got yesterday just before you broke my arm.
Okay, but she's holed up somewhere, hiding, right? What makes you think she's gonna be here if
Of course she's gonna be here. There's a protest group.
stop saying that?
You know what? Watch this.
He turns, loudly addresses the crowd of protesters.
Excuse me. Hi. We're looking for Amelia?
No response. Everybody's still pretending to be dead.
Amelia? You here? Hello? Well, this is really important. Does anyone here know Amelia?
Finally, from amongst the dead comes a masked, muffled voice.
We can't talk to
You
you.
can't talk.
Oh, sorry.
You can go.
March squints,
can't talk
searching
if
for
you
the
go.
source of the voice.
But who said that?
We can't talk to you. We're dead.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Look real clever, but this is a serious matter here.
So what is this? We've all been killed.
Look, pal.
Fuck you. We're dead.
One of the smoking onlookers turned to March, offers helpfully.
Yeah, they can't talk to you, man. They're dead.
Thanks, that's helpful.
Smoker smiles, nods, no problem. Healy turns to him.
What are these assholes protesting anyway?
I don't know. Hey, what are you guys protesting?
Pause, then.
The air,
You're protesting the air.
the pollution, the birds can't breathe. So you all died because of the pollution. Right. What about the gas mask? I mean, wouldn't that have saved you?
Yeah.
They didn't work.
March, his plan in tatters. Stops, steps to the crowd.
Can we go back to Amelia here?
He steps on some guy's hand.
Oh, fucker! Oh, sorry. Amelia, we know you're here. We need to speak with you.
A new voice cuts in now. This one from behind March somewhere.
Hey, dickhead, she's not here.
Of course she's here. This is her protest group.
So?
That means she's here.
Well, she isn't.
She is.
No, she isn't.
March is getting pissed now, glances back at Healy for help. Healy just shrugs. What do you want me to do? Now another dead protester starts talking.
She's not here because of her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend, why?
Because he died. Really died 3 days ago.
He died? So then where's Amelia?
Can't help you. We're dead.
March stares up into the sky, exasperated.
Hey, which one of you assholes wants to make $20?
Interior March's car, driving, day. March driving, Healy's in the passenger seat. One of the protesters sits in the back. Brown hair, about 5'5", gas mask pushed to the back of his head. His name is Chet.
Up here, Chet?
Yeah. Make a left here.
March turns left, pulls up to the curb. They all climb out. They're standing in front of a blackened husk that was once a cozy bungalow. It's been burned to the ground.
The fuck is this?
That's Dean's house, Amelia's boyfriend.
That's not a house, Chet.
I told you he burned to death.
But you didn't tell us the house burned to death.
So?
Now we can't search it.
Oh, maybe you can search the burned part.
March sighs. This is not going well.
I thought you knew Amelia?
I mostly knew her through Dean. He kept talking about some film they were making.
Film?
He was a filmmaker, experimental films. That's how we became friends, because I'm kind of in the business myself.
What do you do?
I'm a projectionist.
Oh,
Anyway, Dean sorted all his stuff here, had a bunch of old film stock. That's what caused the fire. Went up, poof. His life work and his life's gone. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Not really.
March spots a kid, 14 or so, long hair, riding his bike just up the street. He motions to him.
Hey, kid, come here.
The kid rides up, eyes March with adolescent defiance.
What?
You know the guy that lived here?
Maybe. What's it to ya?
He'll give you $20 if you answer.
Wait, no, I didn't say that.
$20, man, or you can blow.
March takes a deep, deep breath, fishes out a 20 of his pocket, hands it to the kid.
Yeah, I knew the dude. Filmmaker dude saw him making a film last month.
An experimental film, right?
I guess. More like a nudie film.
You see a girl with him? Blonde, 5'9", give or take, named Amelia.
Nah, I didn't see her, but I saw that famous chick.
What famous chick?
One porn star, Misty something.
Misty Mountains? You saw Misty Mountains.
March and Healy exchange looks.
But you didn't see this other girl, Amelia.
Nope. I hung out for a while too, tried to get a job. Talked to the producer, Sid Hattrack, I think.
His name is Hattrack.
Whatever. I asked him to give me a job because, I got a big dick. Offered to show it to him.
That's nice. You sure you didn't see any other girl?
I'm sure. You guys want to see my dick?
No.
$20.
We already gave you $20.
That doesn't count towards the dick.
We don't want to see a dick.
Fine. Bags.
Kid's right. The kid rides off.
Hey, kid, what was the name of that film? Did they tell you?
The kid looks back.
Yeah, stupid title. How do you like my car, big boy?
Interior car with Healy and March driving. Day. March drives. He's not in a good mood. We come mid-chat.
Fine, you got me for 2 days, but 2 days is 2 days. That's the deal. Like it or lump it.
Sure. Just to clarify, I decide to lump it. What does that entail?
I don't know, it's from the Bible.
They turn into Hollywood Boulevard. Healy chews his lower lip.
There's something funny here.
Nah, guy burned up. Happens. Trust me.
It happened 3 days ago. Same day Amelia fell off my radar.
You phoned, she didn't answer. How's that radar? Maybe she dislikes you.
Well, she's dead.
God willing.
This buys him a dirty look from Healy. March glances up casually, does a swift double take.
Hey, Hattrack!
He abruptly pulls over, stops. He's pointing past Healy out the window above them, a XXX theater marquee. Savage Sid Shatak presents Hard in the Saddle. Healy laughs.
Shattuck, who's that?
Savage Sid. The Porn King. Experimental film my ass. They're making a porno. Damn, so he was there.
Yeah, and he didn't burn up.
Interior March's house, evening. Holly stuffs some clothes into an overnight bag. March is on the phone.
Yeah, what? No, I can't. Yes, Mr. Shattuck. No, I'm an old friend. Oh, wait, thanks.
As he speaks, he keeps a weather eye out the window. His point of view, Healy, standing out on the patio, glancing around the neighborhood, crushing a bug on the cement, whatever. March notices Holly staring out the window too, worried. He covers the mouthpiece with one hand and says,
Holly, ease up. This is work.
I mean, look at him. He looks like he's getting ready to shoot the neighbors.
See, I like him better already.
then to the phone.
Yeah, no, hi, I'm here. What's it about? Well, I prefer to speak directly with Mr. Shattuck. Okay, well, I was asking after a mutual friend of ours, Amelia. I wondered if, say that again? Okay, thank you.
He hangs up, looking exhilarated.
That was the number I got for Sid Shattuck.
And
They were setting up for a party, and I asked for Amelia, and they said she'd be back in time for him. Back, like she's been staying there. Who are you staying with tonight?
Jessica, you're going to a party?
I'm going to a big party.
She plops down across the room, looking pissed, picks up the newspaper, reads from the front page.
Adult film star Misty Mountains shown here at last month's Detroit Auto Show. Oh, Dad, she's gross.
So are midgets, so people like them in movies. Look, it's work, kiddo. I do this. We don't have to sell the furniture.
Can we sell it anyway?
Jessica's. Now.
Exterior March's house, front porch, same. Holly exits the house just as Healy heads in. She blows on by without looking at him, then stops, turns, and says,
I'm friends with a cop, you know.
Healy glances over, says mildly,
That's so?
He likes my dad a lot, too.
Maybe they should get married.
She turns on her heel and stalks off. Cut to exterior Bel Air establishing night. The LA basin, a dazzling scatter of lights below us. Interior March's car, driving, same. Healy navigates Bel Air Road. March checks street numbers.
Now tell me something. Did you actually believe the old lady? I mean, that she saw Misty alive that night?
Hell no. You kidding? She's a blind old bat. Her glasses are actual Coke bottles. The whole thing's. Paying a mustache on a Volkswagen. She says, oh, that Omar Sharif sure runs fast.
So then why did you take the case in the first place?
For the money.
Oh,
They lapse into silence. Majestic houses glide past.
this Shattuck guy, he just distributes porno, nothing else?
That's the word.
Tell you something, brother. You and me got it all wrong.
A line of cars is forming just ahead. Beyond it, we can see a valet shooting an errant deer out of the road.
That's
Shooing.
okay. We do this my way, nice and easy. 68 and sunny, got it?
68 and sunny, roger that.
Another valet hurries toward them as they climb out of the car. March takes a ticket off the valet, then stops. A loud noise emanates from the back of the car. A steady pounding. The valet utterly thrown. Healy bewildered. Not so March. His face settles in a scowl. He grits open his teeth, stalks to the trunk of the car, heaves it open. His daughter, Holly, is inside.
I know what you're going to say, but since I'm already here, you might as well take me in with you, right?
March's expression doesn't flicker. He simply shuts the trunk again, calmly walks to the valet, hands him the keys.
I can't take a car like that.
March sighs, flicks a look to Healy that says, "You see what I put up with?" Goes back to unlock the trunk. Cut to March hustling Holly along the sidewalk. Taking her from the party, Healy trails behind them, Holly, wide-eyed, watches the scantily clad girls flounce by.
Dad, there's like whores here and stuff.
Looking around for a cab.
How many times have I told you? Don't say and stuff. Just say, Dad, there's whores here.
Well, there's like a ton.
A cab pulls into the car curb nearby. March waits for two chicks in tube tops to clamber out.
Dad, come on. I said I'm sorry. I can even help. Oh, I'll ask around this for Amelia chick and that blue guy. Dad!
He shoves Holly inside, gives her some money, slams the door, watches as the cab pulls away, shaking his head.
You kid.
If you say so.
What happened to her mom anyway?
There's a house fire. She burned up. It happens.
Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of that going around. Shall we?
They head back for the party, and we see, but they don't. Holly's cab slows to a stop sign, 50 yards away, and Holly jumps out, just flings open the door and runs. A tiny cab driver's head sticks out the window. Hey! Interior party, Shattuck House, night. The place is absolutely huge. The property spreads out behind the house and goes down a hill quite a ways. A mass of bodies clog the nearby dance floor, satin jackets, Halston knockoffs, white suits, and feathered hair. March and Healy enter, wander amid the chaos.
Right. So if Amelia doesn't show, we still got Shattuck. We brace the guy. I'll come on like the good guy. You blind his son or whatever. Work your magic and... What are you looking at?
Nothing.
March follows his gaze to a very young, very cute girl.
You were checking out that redhead.
No, I wasn't.
I'd be ashamed of. She's cute.
She's 15.
And 17 if she's a day and hot.
That chick could be your daughter.
No, she couldn't. Look, obviously I'm not attracted to my own daughter.
Great. What do you want, a medal?
I'm just saying, you is attractive. Like, sometimes when Holly brings home some of her older girlfriends,
I'll give you $50 to change the subject. Let's split up. You spot Amelia or a guy with a big blue face. Find me.
He peels off. March watches him vanish into the assembled disco chic. A passing waitress nearby collides with March.
whoop, ain't going.
He sidesteps, deftly snags a drink off her tray, heads off. Time cut, half an hour has passed. Party in full swing. It may be a party, but Healy is not enjoying himself. He stands, getting jostled. How hard can this be? Squints across the room, sees March, and at an indoor bar, talking to the bartender.
What we really got to be worried about is them killer bees.
Healy clamps a big mitt on March's shoulder.
Take it easy, brother. There's enough for everyone. Oh, hi.
Any luck?
Nope, you?
None. No girl, no blue face, nothing.
The bartender hands March his drink.
Hey, less drinking, more looking.
Maybe some kind of super brew. This is like my third drink.
Whatever. I'm gonna check out the rest of the house.
Healy stalks off. March watches him go. Downs his drink in one shot. Hands the empty glass back to the bartender.
Hit me again, Skipper.
The bartender pours him another one. March drinks it.
Hey, listen. I seem to have misplaced my sister. Dirty blonde hair. Yay high. Answers to Amelia.
Doesn't sound like anyone I know. You want one more?
Why the hell not?
Series of quick cuts. March at the bar by the pool. He's got another drink in front of him.
See, I'm looking for my gal pal. Answers to Amelia. She's my sister. I'm worried about her.
March talking to a cocktail waitress. She hands him a fresh drink.
Should I yay high? Answers to the call of the wild? I'm just kidding. She's my sister. I forgot her name.
March with two topless chicks, drinking a Mai Tai now.
I gotta find her. I'm her sister. She's worried about me. I'm worried too.
He grins like an idiot at the two girls. Interior Shattuck house, hallway, same. Fewer people back here. Healy finds an office, waits for the right moment, tries the door. Interior Shattuck office, same. The place is a mess. Director's chairs stacked in a corner, lighting equipment, makeshift storage from porn production. Healy crosses to the desk. It's piled high with clothing wrapped in plastic. This apparently is a porn wardrobe. He lifts a pinstripe jacket off the top. It's hand labeled. How do you like my car, big boy? Misty, scene 1. He dumps the rest of the clothes on the floor. As he does, a piece of paper flutters out. Healy retrieves it. The paper is pink, and it's shaped like a cow. Feminine handwriting on it. 2810 Burbank apartment, West Flat 2, 10:30 p.m. Amelia's writing? Healy frowns, pockets the paper, looks around the office once more, then exits into the hallway, starts toward the living room, glancing out of the den in passing, stops. Interior Shattuck house, den, same. Holly is in here, with the young redhead we saw earlier, and some dorky-looking guy. They're watching a porno behind it being projected against a wall.
Hey,
Holly, I'm not so sure you should be watching this.
The dorky guy waves Healy out of the way.
It's you idiot. Move, you're in the way.
Without even looking, Healy grabs the dork by the hair, bounces his head off the coffee table. Wham!
Look, Dickweed, that girl sitting there is a minor. Where do you get off showing her this kind of stuff anyway?
he's not showing it to me.
Healy stops.
He isn't?
No, he just wandered in. She put it on.
Healy looks slightly deflated now.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't be watching this kind of stuff either.
Watching it, man, I'm in it.
Healy blinks, frowns, looks over at the screen for a moment, takes a good, hard look this time.
Oh,
The dorky guy is still just sitting there, fingering the rapidly forming bruise on his forehead. Healy clears his throat, looks over at the dork.
listen, sorry about that, man. Your head okay?
The dork doesn't answer, starts crying instead. Healy nods.
Good.
Decides it's time to leave, exits. Holly watches him go, pause, then feigns nonchalance. She says to the redhead,
Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to meet someone here. Do you by any chance know a girl named Amelia? Is she in the business? I think she did a film with Sid Shattuck. Oh, I don't know her, but Sid's gross. He told me this one chick was his sister, right? And like a few days later, I walk in on them and they're all like doing anal and stuff. Don't say and stuff. Just say they're doing anal.
Exterior outside deck overlooking canyon nighttime. March steps outside and draws a deep lungful of night air. Sees a straggler out on the deck, 5'2", blonde. He grins drunkenly at her. She waves.
Hey,
Hey, yourself. What's your gig, Blondie?
I do a little acting.
Oh, a little acting. Me too. Here, do this.
He motions for her to shoot him. Finger gun. She does.
Bang!
March takes it in the chest, grunts, staggers, executes a death pirouette, topples over the railing into the night. The blonde laughs, clasps, paws, frowns, steps to the edge, peers over the railing, sees March bounce down the canyon like a rag puppet. Exterior bottom of the hill, same time. March tumbles to a halt like a tennis shoe when you stops in the dryer. Sits up, trailing leaves from above, faintly.
Woo, that was great.
She wanders away, already disinterested. March takes stock. Miraculously, his cast is intact. Stands, patting his jacket. Oh no, his gun, gone, jarred loose. He turns, looking around, stops cold. There is a woman watching him from the shadow of the trees, down here. March can only make out her bright yellow dress.
Shit. Damn it. Still sound weird. I lost my gun. Oh, hey, look,
The woman bolts, just like that. Takes off running without saying a word. Gone. March stares after her, blinks, shakes his head. Whatever. Gun. Just find the gun. He starts pawing the ivy. Bingo. He finds it. Stands, checking the weapon over. Takes a step back and trips over the dead guy. The one sprawled out in the ivy directly behind him. March yelps loudly, stumbles, falls on his ass. Sits in the dirt, slack-jawed, blinking at the body.
Yo, March, what are you doing?
March jumps again, snaps his head upward. Exterior outside deck overlooking the canyon, same. Healy stands, looking down.
get down here. Now.
Healy frowns, puzzled. March doesn't sound so good. Holly wanders out to the deck. Holly glances back, makes a fast decision, pulls some money out of her pocket.
Holly, get yourself a cab. Go home now.
Ugh. No way. I'm helping. You can't tell me what to do.
March,
What?
tell Holly to take a cab home.
Holly? Jeez, are you still here?
Holly looks pissed, snatches the money out of Healy's hand, turns on the gears, and marches off, sullen. Healy makes sure the coast is clear, then hops the railing, hits, scrambles downhill, showering dirt, slides to a stop. A beat as he notices the corpse and registers for what it is, a corpse. A ragged exit wound bisects his face.
What happened? Who is he?
Is he gonna throw it?
Healy goes to the guy's pockets, finds a wallet.
You're not gonna like this.
Feel it in the back of my throat.
It's Sid Shattuck.
Oh God, no.
Healy is squinting at the body, thinking.
What is going on? Anybody worked on this Amelia flick? The boyfriend and Misty, now Shattuck, they're all dead. What do you think?
Who fucking cares? Before we break the case of the century, maybe we should consider dealing with this rotting dead guy.
What should we do with him?
Are you kidding? We gotta move him. There was a girl, she saw me here.
Did she see the body?
Doesn't matter. It'll be found. She can place me here looking for a gun.
And tell the cops and you'll go to jail. I got it.
I vote for plan A. Throw up, and then we move the body.
I'm done with that.
March nods, bends over, begins executing his plan. Time cut. Interior party, Shattuck house, same. Holly stands upstairs by the main bar, fuming. She swipes a flute of champagne off a passing waitress, drains it. A hand taps her shoulder. She whirls, guilty as hell.
Are you the one who's been asking about Amelia?
Holly blinks. A 6-foot-tall Amazon in a halter top stares down at her questioningly.
Oh, can you pause for a second?
I'm ready.
I may have said something.
What do you want with her?
Holly's not sure how to handle this. Swallows, says.
She's my sister. See, I need to warn her. Yeah. See, two freaky guys came around. They're all like, "Where is she? Where is she?" Scared me kinda.
The Amazon scrutinizes her for a long moment.
Okay, you seem like a decent kid. I'll take you to her.
You'll, oh, okay.
Holly nods, smiles. Her smile looks a tad sickly. Cut to exterior trees and brush with March and Healy. Our guys drag Shattuck's body through the brush. Healy's got his leg. March has a hold of his ugly tie. Both grunting, sweating, speaking in harsh whispers.
How the hell did you spot him? That's what I'm wondering. From way up top? Wait a minute. Did you fall down that hill?
Come on. Hey, 3 lousy drinks.
Sure, that's why you can't walk straight.
Great thing, I'm carrying a dead body. I'm sorry, I'm not Barishnikov here.
Ah, you can't say Barishnikov. You did. You fell down here, didn't you? Unbelievable. First you get drunk, then you take a header off the balcony, which I'm sure is a keen old-time detective trick.
We just get him out of sight, please.
March indicates a sagging fence separating properties. They plod toward it, wheezing with effort, party noise wafting in the night air.
Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
They heave the corpse over the top. It drops from view. Another angle, other side of the fence. At the end of the day, it's not their fault. I mean, really, how could they know there was another party at the neighbors below the fence, 30 feet straight down? Dead Shattuck plummets out of the sky and explodes a glass table. Takes out a busboy. 150 people watch, thunderstruck.
Jesus, my leg! Oh my God, my leg!
Healy and March, uncomprehending, they peer over the fence.
I think he's still in sight.
They book, back up the hill, hit a set of wooden steps, and they keep right on climbing. Cut to exterior Shattuck house, street outside, night. The Amazon leads Holly past a valet station, down the street to a waiting limo. Engine idling.
Hopping back, sweet.
Holly swallows hard, climbs in, heart thudding. There's a man seated back here, face turned, looking out the window. The Amazon leans in after Holly, says,
This one says she's Amelia's sister.
then pulls back out, slamming the door.
Is that a fact?
He turns to look at Holly, his face a scrubbed but no less vivid shade of blue.
Good times.
Exterior Shattuck house, outside stairs, night. With Healy and March as they retreat up outside stairs, pushing through people, shoving them aside. March reaches for a wooden landing, deck, hot tub, lunges for the next set of stairs. Healy appears close on his heels, turns toward the stairs, accidentally slams into the big guy, starts to apologize, freezes, dead, stop. We recognize the bystander. It's older guy, Blueface's partner. Big as life, their eyes lock. They launch. No hesitation, march. Everyone else, forgotten. Older guy's 38, clearing leather. Healy kicks out, sending it sailing. It lands in the hot tub. Older guy counters, pulls a switchblade, lunges. Pandemonium. The deck clears rapidly, people screaming, running every which way, surging up the stairs. And meanwhile, interior limousine, same time. Holly pressed back up against the door of the limo, feeling behind her for a door handle.
No, thanks. I think we must be talking about a different Amelia.
Blueface inching towards her, voice deadly calm.
Really? How can you be sure? Why don't you describe your sister for...
Suddenly he stops, breaks off mid-sentence, staring past her out the window. Holly darts a look herself, sees a girl in a yellow dress. Bolts out of the front door of Shattuck's house, frantic, trailing a backpack, accosting the valet, yelling.
I need my keys now. My keys, hurry.
Her words clearly audible. Blueface flicks a glance as a seat across from him, Holly, following his gaze again. A faded photograph sits there. It's a shot of Amelia, the woman we saw hire Healy, looking slightly younger with a graduation cap and tassel. Out the window, the genuine article. No mistaking her. Blueface just won the lottery. Everything changes. That quick. Holly, now worthless. Blueface lunges across her, thrusts open the door, pinning Holly in the process.
Don't fucking move.
A gun materializes. In his outstretched fist, he sights down the barrel. This is it. He's not fucking around. And you know what? Holly decides she isn't either. Fuck being scared. She wrenches one arm free, grabs the door, and yanks it shut, right on Blueface's wrist. A loud crunch. He barked in sudden pain. The gun bucks in his hand, discharges. Kapow! Shot goes wild, blasts splinter from the valet box. Blueface recoils and Holly kicks the door back open, leaping from the car.
Amelia, run!
Amelia spins, locks eyes with Holly, bolts like a cheetah. Panic, people yelling, rushing for cover. Holly stumbles, gains her feet as Blueface fumbles with the gun, reaching for her. This time, she slams the door on his finger. Pain, white hot, he shrieks, falls back inside the car. Holly doesn't miss a beat. She runs for it, heart thudding, feet slapping the pavement. Chasing a blotch of retreating yellow as Amelia flees down the canyon. The party's become a rout. Exterior, outside stairs, back with March. March heading up the stairs fast, following the sound of the gunshot. The wood vibrating, thrumming. He looks up.
Fuck me.
Panicked party guests stampeding towards him, as behind him they stampede up. He fights through, bursts out. Exterior valet area, front of party, same. Onto the drive, casts about. His point of view, the black limo. Blueface the wheel, laying rubber. People actually flinging themselves aside, screeches off down the canyon. March turns. The valet who parked his car earlier gave him a slightly surprised look.
Hey, man, I think that limo's going after the girl who's in your trunk. Far out, huh?
My trunk? Oh, fuck. Where are my keys?
Exterior Shattuck house, wooden landing, same. The deck, now empty after the exodus. Healy, an older guy, still at it, circling each other. Older guy darts in quickly, brandishing the knife. Healy scrambles back, stumbles against the hot tub. A glint of metal in the water. The gun. Healy dodges a slash, dives for the weapon, comes up soaking wet, spins to fire. Too late, because older guy's already on top of him, tackles him, stabbing, as they both pitch backwards. Over the embankment, tumbling, bouncing down the wooded hillside, skipping end over end, kicking up dirt. Then wham, wham! The two men slam into an abrupt stop in the middle of the clearing, 20 yards apart. Healy, groggy, bleeding, wet. The revolver's gone. He spots it to his left, tries to stand, collapses, scrambles for the gun, hands and knees. Snatches it up and aims it before the older guy can even get to his feet, pulls the trigger. Click. Older guy flinches. Nothing. It's a misfire. Healy pulls the trigger twice more. Click, click. It won't fire. He gets it immediately. The cartridges are wet. Older guy smiles. He's still got the knife. He starts for Healy. Oh, shit. Frantically, Healy flips the gun cylinder open, spins it as fast as he can, water flying off the thing, flicks it back into place, aims. Older guy 10 yards away. Click, click, click. Fuck. Healy tries to stand and back up at the same time. Falls again. Fuck. Clicks the cylinder open, spins it, desperate, blows on it this time. Older guy is almost on him. He flicks the cylinder closed. Click, 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 click. Older guy swings a knife. Click, click, blam. Muzzle flash, close range. The bullet catches older guy in the collarbone, shatters it. Blood and flesh go flying. Older guy screams, spun like a top, goes down flailing. The shot echoes in the canyon closeness. Healy drops his arm to his side, chest heaving. There, much better. Tosses the gun, spits blood. Steels himself, staggers to his feet, half limping now, kicks the knife away, looms over older guy.
Hey, wait, you don't. I can pay you. I can pay.
Healy rears back and stomps the guy's elbow. We hear a sharp snap as the man screams in pain, squirming.
Are you bargaining with me?
Older guy shakes his head empathetically.
No, I am gone. You'll never see me again, never.
Healy takes the knife, holds it an inch from the guy's eye.
Uh-huh. Where will you be?
Michigan.
Healy considers a beat, then, surprisingly, nods.
Michigan works.
Withdraws the knife, staggers upright. Was it worth it? He'll worry about that later. Turns, starts uphill, then just as suddenly stops. Ears pricked, a screech of tire from the canyon, his point of view, down the hillside. We can see a road below us through the trees. Healy spots two figures running. They dodge across the tarmac, start down the wooded slope, getting off the road. Behind them, a limo shrieks to a stop. A man jumps out, pulling out a gun. Hard to say from this distance, but it looks like his face might be blue. Healy galvanizes, powers forward, running on his hurt leg, older guy forgotten, and meanwhile, interior car with March driving, same. He takes a corner at full speed, up ahead, the limo angled in the middle of the road, Blueface aiming the gun down the canyon, firing. No hesitation, March veers, targeting Blueface, stomps the accelerator, engine howling. Blueface reacts to the noise, doesn't miss a beat, spins and fires right at March. Windshield splintered, March ducks, skidding out of control. Blueface dives aside, nick of time, as March's car fishtails, slews off the road. Just misses a full-grown deer, sends it scampering. A tree rushes at us. March slams into it head-on. Wham! Silence, a beat. March shakes his head, clearing it, turns. Blueface is gone, down the hillside. March blinks, and then someone else flashes across the road, limping.
Healy!
Healy doesn't stop, hobbles, yelling back, pointing.
See if you can cut him off. Go.
Shit. March jams it in reverse, pulling free. Takes off as exterior canyon road further down the hill. Same. Holly and Amelia stumble down into another paved road. Amelia clutching her backpack, both running for their lives.
Go, run!
What happens next happens quickly. Blueface emerges from the trees behind them, stops, drawing a bead on Amelia. His finger tenses on the trigger as a deer bursts from cover, 10 feet away, leaping into the road. It's the one that March spooked. It fetches up sharply, seeing Blueface, at which point, inexplicably, we can make a hard cut to the interior of a family sedan. Dad, driving a tad fast, whips around the corner. From the back seat, his son yells,
Deer!
Dad cries out, swerves, misses the deer, thank God. Hits Blueface instead. Just fucking nails him, flings him limbs skewed into the air, and he lands with a sickening thud. Cut to Holly, still running, shoots a look back, sees the car come to a skittering stop, sees the dad get out, stare, then hop back in his car and take off, leaving Blueface lying there in the middle of the road, his leg twisted back at an impossible angle. Holly stops, hesitates.
The hell are you doing?
He's hurt. Just hang on.
She starts back toward him, Amelia calling after her.
Are you crazy? Stay away from him.
Holly just keeps going onto the road, approaches the downed man. He's a mess. He rolls over, gasping, sees Holly, stops. Holly stares back at him, turns to call Amelia, sees her retreating at a dead run. Goodbye. Blueface, meanwhile, is out of it. He reaches out a hand for her. She makes a decision, crouches, takes his hand.
It's okay. You're going to be all right. I'll get help.
A rustling sound. Holly spins, startled. Healy is standing behind her, staring down at Blueface, grim.
Car hit him. We need an ambulance.
Right.
He strips off his sliced up jacket, lays it across Blueface.
Holly, go flag someone down. Hurry. He's in a bad way.
Holly scurries off. Healy and Blueface alone now. He looms over the prone figure. For a moment, Blueface turns his eyes up toward Healy, imploring, then with dawning recognition.
You.
Healy regards him, detached.
Me.
Blueface coughs, fixes Healy with a belligerent grin.
Too late. The word already went out on you and that private cop. Ever hear of John Boy? By now he's heard of you. You ain't got long to live.
Healy shrugs philosophically.
Nobody does.
He reaches out a powerful hand, calmly, clinically. Quick time cut, another angle. Holly comes running back down the road, desperate, flustered.
Healy, no one's stopping.
Healy stands over the Blueface body, slipping his jacket back on.
Sorry, he didn't make it.
Holly shifts her gaze to the corpse, stunned. Casually, Healy leans down, starts rifling through the man's clothing. Comes up with a wallet. Checks the license, Seymour Jones, Detroit, Michigan. He frowns at that. Just as headlights sweep them. Healy quickly tosses the wallet as red and blue flashers fill the night.
And that would be the cops.
Holly doesn't even look up. She can't stop staring at the body in the road. Cut to exterior canyon road aftermath night. Police cars skewed across the roadway. A cop routes traffic past the accident site. Blueface's body is loaded into an ambulance. Parked at the roadside, March's car. He leans against it, calmly smoking, while March argues with a uniformed officer standing guard.
Look, you got our statements. Can I talk to my kid now or what? She's over with the nurse.
Sir, I was told to keep you here, so I'm keeping you here. Just following orders.
Yeah, well, Hitler was just following orders.
Healy thinks about correcting March, but really, what's the point? Right then, a woman appears at the cop's side. She's dark hair, dark eyes, and beautiful. Late 20s, early 30s, she wears a crisp, tailored business suit. As soon as she arrives, the cop gives her a quick nod and departs. Just like that, the woman smiles at March.
You're Mr. March, I think. And you are?
Not answering that question.
Well, my name is Tally. If you'll come with me, my boss would like a word.
March and Healy just exchange looks, follow warily as she leads them to a black sedan, stops, waits as the black window glides down. Revealing another woman, late 40s, well kept.
Gentlemen, how do you do?
Not this bad most of the time.
My name is Judith Kuttner. I work for the California Department of Justice.
See? Well, that explains exactly nothing. What the hell is this all about? Why are you holding us?
Please, keep your voice down. I'm trying to be discreet here. I'm Amelia's mother.
Exterior scenic overlook night. LA continues to dazzle, clouds awash with glitter from below. Tally plays a game with Holly in the background, as Kuttner and our guys sit in a picnic table, talking. The sedan shields them from the road. Kuttner nervously lights up a smoke. There's a snapshot of Amelia on the table.
First off, I want to thank you. From the interviews we're getting, sounds like you might have saved my daughter's life.
That was mostly Holly.
Kuttner glances back at Holly, chews her lip, thinking.
I need your help, and I'm wondering if I can really trust you.
Most people don't. I'm starting to get the idea that you don't have much of a choice.
Kuttner regards March, makes a decision.
My situation is, well, delicate is putting it mildly. My job can be very public sometimes.
Healy frowns and suddenly snaps his fingers.
That's where I've seen you before, on TV, prosecuting that car company thing.
The lawsuit over the catalytic converter. Exactly, that's half my day. The other half I spend on pornography.
Really? Looks two of us.
You may have noticed that Hollywood Boulevard has devolved into a cesspool, and not to give cesspools a bad name.
So you're like an anti-porn crusader.
More or less. The Vegas mob is looking to expand their porn apparatus to LA. I'm doing everything I can to stop that.
Right. Yeah, porn is bad. Yeah, we get it. Wait. Your daughter made a Sid Shattuck film.
Kuttner nods, stares off.
Ouch. Man, no offense, but why did Amelia do this film if she knew it would embarrass you?
Oh, that's what she wanted. She's a petulant child. She lashed out. Since her father died, we've had a difficult relationship.
So there's a film out there somewhere. Prime piece of blackmail.
That would be my worry, except for one small detail. There is no film. Not anymore.
She stubs out her cigarette.
It's been destroyed. There was a fire. Amelia's friend, boyfriend, whatever he was.
A Dean, yeah. We've been to the house.
This Dean was apparently editing the film when the fire started. All the footage burned, everything.
Great loss to cinema, I'm sure. It begs the question. Ms. Kuttner, why is everyone who worked on that film now dying?
I don't know, Mr. March. I wish I did. All I know is Amelia's in danger.
So put her in protective custody. After tonight, she'll get scared, come running home.
No, she won't. You don't understand. I know how she thinks. She doesn't trust me. I'm Big Brother. I'm the government. She thinks it's me doing all this.
The implications of this set in. She wipes her eyes.
My daughter is out there, running scared, and she can't call home because she thinks her own mother is trying to kill her.
She reaches into her bag, takes out a checkbook.
I want to hire you. Both of you. Find Amelia. Protect her.
Angle on checkbook. We see the sum take shape. TENTHOUSA.
Hire us. Sure, but we don't come cheap. Thinking $5,000.
She stops writing. Pause. She rips up the check. Starts writing again. March scrims triumphantly to Healy. Cut 2. Exterior March's house, backyard. Almost on. Healy stands back here, staring at the empty pool, smoking. March comes out to the sliding glass door.
She's asleep now. She's fine.
Healy nods. March kicks a beach ball into the pool.
Listen, something bothers me. Kuttner's prosecuting this car company thing, right? Could mean hundreds of millions against the big three.
Yeah, so?
That guy tonight, the blue face one. Gotta look at his ID. He's from Detroit.
Probably nothing.
Healy nods, then
Oh, I almost forgot.
he reaches into his coat, takes out the cow-shaped paper he found at the party.
I found this in Shattuck's office. 2810 Burbank apartment, Western Flight 2, 10:30 p.m. I think Amelia wrote this.
March glances at it. 2810 Burbank apartment, West Flat 2, 10:30 p.m.
She might be trying to skip town. What do you think?
March shakes his head, a beat.
I think whatever this is, it can wait. I need 8 hours. Just drop by in the afternoon tomorrow. We'll sort it all out.
Interior Healy's car, same. Healy, driving away from March's house. He spots something out of the side window, squints. Behind some construction fencing, we can just make up the beam of a flashlight, held by a small figure sitting in the dirt, reading from a book. Healy, bewildered, hits the brakes and we cut to Holly March, sitting Indian style in the middle of a vacant lot. This is exactly where we first met her. She reads out loud to no one. Healy steps from behind her. She stops reading, but doesn't look up.
Hey,
Hey,
Healy glances around. No one else here.
you got your foot in the toilet.
What?
Your foot, it's in the toilet?
oh,
Healy takes a couple of steps forward.
You just knocked over the lamp.
oh, right. Sorry. Was this your room?
No, Mom and Dad's.
Healy nods. Oh.
Mom loved detective stories.
She closes the book, takes a deep lungful of night air.
Aren't you supposed to be in bed?
You couldn't sleep.
I see. Then I'll leave you to it.
Healy turns to leave, heads back to his car.
Mr. Healy, can I ask you something?
Healy stops, looks back.
Anything.
What did you do to that man tonight?
What?
On the road when I went to go get help? What did you do?
Nothing.
You didn't. Did you kill him?
No. Of course not. Of course not.
She studies him a moment longer, finally nods. She believes him.
Okay, that's good. I knew you couldn't do something like that. Good night, Mr. Healy.
Cut 2. Car door slamming. As Healy gets back into his car, keys ignition, catches sight of himself in the rearview mirror, notices something he hadn't before, something troubling. He shakes it off, puts the car in gear, drives away. And we cut to black, darkness, silence. A count of 4, then fade up, a TV newscast, a slick, well-dressed man being interviewed as workers in the background set up tables.
I'm here with a representative of the Detroit auto manufacturers, Mr. Bergen Paulsen. Mr. Paulsen, I understand you're in town today getting ready for the auto show.
That's right, Mike. For 30 years, it's been my privilege to debut the finest in automotive technology right here in LA.
The camera starts to pull back from the TV setup now. We're inside Healy's apartment. The TV drones on unnoticed. The reporter asking about the catalytic converter lawsuit now. Healy walks past Frame, fresh from the shower, hair tousled. We follow him over to his word of the day calendar. Internecine, adjective, pertaining to dissension within a group, mutually destructive. He ponders a moment, then says out loud,
The marriage failed when their internecine struggle overwhelmed what love remained.
He smiles, satisfied, shrugs on his coat, exits whistling. Exterior March's house, late afternoon. Healy sits on the front porch, waiting, smoking. March's car pulls into the driveway. March and Holly climb out. She's carrying packages. March carries a new suit.
Hey,
Hey, man of the hour.
They approach Healy.
didn't know what time you'd be here. You said the afternoon.
Right, sure, sorry, look, but I went to the bank, got your money, right here.
He pulls out an envelope.
It's all of it. Well, half, 2,500. Yep. You know, mine's a couple hundred. Damage to the car. I figured you want to chip in for that.
Healy just shrugs it off.
Sure.
What do you think? Hmm?
March holds up the suit proudly. It's maroon.
Nice, I guess.
Holly pushes past Healy. She does not look happy.
We stopped at a bar. That's why we're late.
She darts inside the house.
Right. So, how do you want to do this?
Well, I think, give it a couple days, and then we'll call Kuttner and see if we can hit her up for a second installment.
I mean, what?
Well, you don't want to call too soon. Gotta act like you're onto something. Been working hard, then whammo. No, I'm good at this, trust me.
He heads into the house. Healy turns, follows him inside.
Hey, you're just gonna lie to her?
What?
She paid us, me. She paid me to do a job. I don't want to lie to her.
Fine, I'll lie to her. Don't worry, this is a good thing. We're gonna get some free bread.
March hits play on his answering machine. He's got 2 messages, both from Lily Glenn, Misty's aunt. Mr. March, this is Lily Glenn. I haven't heard from you about Misty's case. March fast forwards it. Mr. March, I really want to find out if you've made any progress. March deletes both messages, uninterested, looks up.
Right, so we good?
Good? No, we're not good. Look, we have these clues to follow.
He fishes out the cow-shaped paper he got off of Blueface.
Horberg Airport, Western Flight 2. I'm thinking she's skipping town.
Great, fine. She gets shot in another city. We're off the hook.
Healy turns, starts to walk back out the front door.
Forget it. Just
then Holly appears from down the hallway. March doesn't see her, neither does Healy. March follows Healy, reaches for his shoulder.
Wait, just 1 goddamn second.
Healy shoves in. March stumbles, knocking the trash and beer bottles off the coffee table, lands on his ass, sits in spilled beer. Pitiful.
I'll find these guys myself. I don't need a pathetic idiot.
Oh, you don't need a pathetic idiot? See, I had it confused.
March glances over at the exact second, locks eyes with his daughter. The look on her face stops him cold. She's ashamed of him. Healy, on his way out the door, says,
You're the world's worst detective.
Yeah, but I got a really cool ad.
Then, just before Healy's gone, March makes a decision.
Hey, Healy? Say hi to Amelia for me.
I will.
Because you won't have much luck at the airport, seeing as it's not a flight.
Healy hesitates, turns back. March shrugs.
Your note. It's not a flight. Look at it.
Healy looks at it. 2810, Burbank apartment, West, flat 2, 10:30 p.m. March gets to his feet, speaks unerringly from memory.
Most airports, Burbank included, have nighttime overflight curfews, 10 to 6. Plus the first number, that's today's date, reverse the European way, which makes sense to, when you see flight. It's not a flight. My guess? It's flat. It's an apartment.
Pause. Healy stands, thunderstruck, licks his lips, thinking.
And Burbank Airport West.
Burbank Apartments West. I've driven past it a few times. It's a dump.
He gets up, sighs, turns to Holly.
We're going now, and you're going to Jessica's for real this time.
Interior, Healy's car, Burbank, evening. Healy slews his car up the stop along a deserted-looking block on Vineland. Healy and March clamber out, look around. There's nothing here. A gas station, an empty lot. An elderly man is walking his dog. Healy hails him.
Evening. We're looking for the Burbank Apartments.
Used to be there. Tore those puppies down. Going on 2 years now.
He walks on, leaves March and Healy just standing there. A pause. Another pause. Then March turns to Healy and says,
So the airport then?
exterior night sky, establishing airport. Above us, a Boeing 737 climbs skyward, wingtips blinking. Car blow by, Hollywood Way, Burbank. Healy and March rocket past, doing 80. Interior car with Healy and March. Healy at the wheel, speeding, racing against time.
Well, they used to have those overflight restrictions. I read about them. So maybe they changed them, but if they did, that's just wrong.
Healy's ignoring him, fuming. March decides it's best to drop it, stares out the side window, squints, then.
Hey, she's not going to the airport.
What?
March points out the window.
Pull over.
Healy glances over.
Look, I've had it to here with you. What? What are you pointing at?
March's point of view. The car glides to the curb, and the two men stare silently at this vision before them. Healy whistles. A 15-story glass and steel tower, rising up from an expanse of asphalt on a huge marquee. Burbank Airport, Weston. And underneath, visit the Flight Lounge, Disco 1 and 2. Healy just shakes his head.
West is Weston. She's not leaving town.
She's meeting someone.
Interior Weston Hotel lobby. March and Healy hurry through the faux maritime mecca that is the Airport Weston. Locate the Flight Lounge. Interior, the Flight Lounge, bar, same time. For the moment, no one but the bartender, Joe. The other guys belly up to the bar.
Evening. What can I get you?
Information. You ever see this girl?
He props up a snapshot of Amelia at the bar. Joe frowns.
Looks familiar. You guys cops?
Spirit. She would have come in like last half hour?
Hey, I just work here.
Like, I know, dickhead. That's why I'm asking. Maybe ordering something wacky. Say like bourbon martini?
Bingo. We see a spark of recognition.
Right. Could be. Memory gets foggy, you know. What's in it for me?
I'll stop doing it.
Doing what?
Healy grabs Joe's tie, yanks, bounces his head off the bar.
That.
Ah, fuck.
Listen, Joe, is it? We really need to find her.
And Joe, we can do this the easy way or... Oh, wait, this is the easy way.
Healy reaches for Joe again.
Okay, Jesus. Whatever happened to offering me $20?
We're in our session. The girl?
Penthouse, top floor. She's in the penthouse. There, you happy?
She's there now.
Sure, yeah, but listen, you guys don't want to go up there, trust me.
Why? Who's there?
These New York guys, business guys, whatever. Point is, they got fucking bodyguards. Muhammad types, you know, the kind with their balls removed? What are they called?
Marriage.
Anyway, he booked the penthouse.
Healy and March exchange glances.
The hell is she up to?
Guys, no one wants trouble. She's gotta come back down. Can you just hang here, have a couple cold ones on me?
Healy and March mull it over. Why not?
There, see? Very reasonable. Your buddy was the problem. He wasn't reasonable.
Red flag. Healy picks on it instantly.
Say again, our buddy.
The other guy, yeah, come around looking for Amelia. He wasn't with you?
Describe him. You have a name?
No name. Big fucker. Blonde, like a Nebraska boy. Corn-fed, you know?
Where'd he go?
Got on the elevator right before he came in.
You witnessed this.
No, it was told to me by a wise old Indian. Of course I fucking witnessed it. Grab you a couple beers.
He exits. Healy chews on that, says without looking up.
Could be. Makes sense. John Boy.
Who?
Some guy Blueface mentioned.
Mention now.
You know, this man is coming to kill you, that kind of crap.
What?
Big farm looking motherfucker. Ah, shit, what am I talking about? Wouldn't even know what John Boy looks like.
March is starting to look panicked.
All we gotta do is wait, right? She comes down, we grab her, ta-da.
I suppose, unless he's up there now murdering her.
They both sit there, pointedly not looking at each other.
Not worth getting shot over.
Wouldn't think.
He rubs tired eyes, lets out a long, ragged breath.
Okay, here we go.
Marge's face registers the sort of undistilled misery only a true coward can appreciate. Interior elevator, hotel, same. Healy and March step inside the elevator. March presses P. They ascend. It's a glass elevator. You can only see the city outside. They stare at the elevator doors. They've seen the city. New age Muzak, serene, all of life's rough edges blunted.
Munich.
What?
That's it, right? That's what you call a guy with his nuts removed? Munich?
Healy slips on his brass knuckles, flexes his hand.
Munich is a city in Germany.
Oh. Hitler only had one wall.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay, here we go.
They face forward, shoulders squared, ready for anything. The elevator glides to a stop. Ding! The doors open. They both about to exit when laughter fills the corridor. Healy frowns, listening. Wheezing, asthmatic laughter. The kind you think you're going to pass out. The joke's so funny, so fucking funny. Healy leans out cautiously, just in time to see a suited man stumbling toward him, weaving side to side. Equilibrium gone. Wheeze, stumble. Healy draws a sharp breath. From the guy's collar, a sad little spritz. Wheeze, like a kid's drinking fountain. Bright blood, arterial. His throat has been cut. Guy collides with the wall, eyes pleading with Healy. Pounding footsteps, now. These from the other direction. March stares, eyes wide. A similarly dressed man comes rocketing out of a side corridor, headed their way. 3 loud, sharp reports. Bullets rip through his midsection. A window behind him cracked, splattered. He screams, and the wheezer keeps on wheezing, and all this blood and chaos. Healy doesn't say a word, never changes expression. Leans back into the elevator, reaches past March, pushes the lobby button. The doors glide shut, erasing the corridor. Outside, in the sky, the gut-shot man bursts through the picture window, tumbles past the elevator. Inside, Muzak plays, soothing. Healy slides the brass knuckles off, stashes them in a pocket. Their visit to the penthouse, 15 seconds in duration. You know, it was never all that hot of an idea.
Still, like I'm gonna.
Don't even think about it.
Healy's car, squealing up out of the parking garage onto the street, getting the fuck out of there, fast. Interior car with Healy and March driving, night. March presses his forehead to the side window, his face a study in despair, without looking up.
Ops.
Sure enough, strobing red, blue, painting the buildings. Without missing a beat, Healy swerves into the alley behind the Westin, pulls over, kills the ignition. Pause.
You know, the thing is,
They sit, checking the mirror, saying nothing. The cops get further away. Crickets resume chirping. Pause. The tension, palpable. March opens his mouth to wrap things up. Something lands in their car. Hard. Wham! Buckles the roof. What in the name of God? March claws up for his weapon and freezes as tiny human feet appear on the windshield. Hearts in their throats, our guys swap glances.
The fuck?
Feet walking down the windshield. Amelia, their quarry. Hobbles into view, torn dress, cuts, scratches. Poised atop the hood, eyes crazed, hair wild.
Holy shit!
The Muppet in the windshield spins, startled, execute a sad little burlesque for their benefit. They watch, oddly detached, as she raises a Beretta she's been clutching and blasts a shot through the windshield. Pow! The seat cushion blooms, stuffing as Amelia slips, goes over backwards, tumbles from sight, out of frame. Just like that, gun smoke hanging in the air. Silence. They both sit there. By unsmoking ascent, they clamber from the car, one on each side. Find her splayed flat on her back, unconscious. March glances up at the fire escape they parked under, looks at Healy. The wind blows, sirens. Interior March's house, night. The front door bursts open. March and Healy enter, carrying the half-conscious Amelia between them. Holly is in the living room playing TV Pong with friend Jessica. She jumps to her feet, surprised to see them.
Shit, her.
March is equally surprised to see his daughter.
What the hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be at Jessica's.
They drag Amelia through the living room into Holly's room, lay her on the bed. Holly and Jessica tag along behind them.
So sorry, Mr. March. My sister kicked us out. She was having some guy over. Didn't want us around.
Yeah. She's just a slut.
I know.
On the bed, Amelia's eyes flutter open. She squints.
Feel well enough to talk? We got some questions.
She shifts her gaze to Healy, eyes focusing.
Damn it, Travis.
Huh?
Here's Travis.
You were supposed to get these guys off of me.
I mean, do you know what they want? Who sent them?
Yeah, I know. It was my mother.
March and Healy exchange looks.
Why don't you start from the top?
Amelia shuts her eyes again, tired.
Why? It doesn't matter. I made a film with Dean, my boyfriend. The idea was we'd do this artistic film, experimental film.
Porno film.
Amelia's eyes snap back open.
It's not a porno. Look, do you know who my mother is?
Yes, we've met her. We talked to her.
Would she tell you that I was a loon, that I was lashing out?
Something like that.
Yeah, well, my mother is a criminal. She's one of them.
Them? Who's them?
She's one of the insiders. She's one of the capitalist corporate suppressors. She's one of the elite fear mongers, and her pig cronies have us in the crosshairs. We're just pawns, man. They're trying to kill us all.
Pause.
Oh.
Gosh.
So you're saying your mother is bad?
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with the birds?
Amelia lets her head fall back again, closing her eyes.
My mother is supposed to be working for the Justice Department, right?
Sure, she's prosecuting that car thing.
Yeah, only she's not. I mean, she's not prosecuting it. The automakers. She's gonna let him walk?
But they have evidence.
Sure, they have evidence. They've got memos proving Detroit conspired to suppress the converter, proving they'd rather poison our air than spend a little money. But my mother's going to say it's not enough to convict. She's going to lie. She's on the take money again, right? Ma'am, that's her god, that fascist capitalist mother.
Oh, okay, back up. How do you know this?
Amelia calms again.
I was spying on her. I listened in on her phone calls.
So why didn't you just go to the police?
She is the police. She's the head of the Justice Department.
Into a newspaper.
Look, these people all work together. You've been living under a rock.
So you decided to make a porno film?
It's not a porno. We made a statement. And yes, it contained nudity.
And porn stars.
That's just the commercial element, okay? Sid said we had to have that. The reality was we were going to get our message out there. It was all in the film, names, dates, everything my mom was doing. Once it got out, once it was in theaters, there was no way they could suppress it. No way to cover it up.
I just want to get this straight. You made a porno where the important part was the plot.
What's your hang up, man?
So it's not about the actors, the sex, nothing. It's the fucking story. That's what you're telling us?
Amelia nods, calming again.
My mom found out about it, killed Dean, destroyed all his work.
Your mom killed Dean.
Of course, she killed Misty too.
And Sid Shattuck?
Yeah.
March nods.
So it's like Jack the Ripper and then your mom.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm just tired. I'm tired.
Well, we'll think on it. You get some rest.
They all step out of the room, close the door.
What do you think?
I like her. I like her dress.
She's a loon. According to her, her mother is single-handedly taking down all of Western society.
Yeah. People do want to kill her though, like John Boy.
We hear her talk for like 5 minutes.
Who's John Boy? He's on the Waltons.
This is a different John Boy.
We think.
The phone in the kitchen starts to ring. March gets it.
This is March.
Intercut, Tally. Judith Kuttner's assistant. She stands in the middle of a well-appointed study at Kuttner's house.
Mr. March, this is Tally. I don't know who else to call.
Tally, what's going on?
I don't know quite how to say this, so I'll just say it. I think Judith, Mrs. Kuttner, I think she may be involved in something. How do I put it?
Illegal?
I wouldn't go that far. Shady, maybe.
The kid certainly seems to think so.
Well, her Amelia? Did you talk to her? Is she safe?
But yeah, she's here now. I mean, a little banged up, but still intact. She thinks her mom was a one-woman crime spree.
That's insane. Whatever Judith's doing, it's to benefit Amelia. I bet on it. Still, I just got a call from her. She wouldn't explain herself, but she said she needed $100,000 in cash.
Why?
I don't know. I think she's in trouble. She sounded scared.
Scared.
I can send the family doctor to look after Amelia if. Mr. March, would you be willing to carry the money for me?
Carry the money?
I don't know where else to turn, and I'm worried about Judith. Will you help?
Exterior restaurant parking lot. Night. March and Healy lean against March's car, waiting for Tally. March finishes a cigarette, checks his watch.
Tally should be here any minute.
Wish I knew who to believe on this thing.
Tell you what, that kid's a write-off.
She's misguided.
She's nuts. She won't be happy till there's a bird in the White House.
A pause, then Healy shrugs.
Maybe they're both telling the truth.
What does that mean?
I had this friend, right? In the Secret Service, worked the Nixon detail. This was after they threw him out of office. Anyway, one day Nixon is out driving down near San Clemente, just him and a few agents, and they come upon this accident. First one's on the scene. Guy pinned under his own car. So Nixon gets out, runs to the guy's side to check on him. Nixon says to him, "You're going to be fine, son. You're going to be okay." But then the guy just dies right there.
Pause. March has a vaguely constipated look on his face.
I don't get it.
Just look at it from the other guy's point of view, the guy that died. He's out driving along one day, gets in a horrible accident, and he's laying there near death, staring up at the sky. And former President Richard Nixon appears to him, tells him he's going to be fine. What did that guy think? Did he think this was normal, that everyone sees Nixon before they die?
You're expecting an angel, you get this shit.
All right, same situation. Just looks vastly different depending on your point of view. That's what I'm saying.
Also depends on your point of view.
Sure, right.
How you look at it.
Yeah, what's wrong?
For Christ's sake, you tell me this epic fucking story, then 10 minutes later the point is there's two ways of looking at things? Why not save time and say there's two ways of looking at things?
Healy just shrugs. March rubs his eyes, tired. Lights another cigarette.
Be kind of a bummer. That's what death is like.
Healy nods.
Could be worse. Could be Agnew.
A gray Mercedes pulls alongside them. Tally gets out, carrying a large metal suitcase. She sees it on the hood of March's car. She sets it on the hood of March's car, looks over at our guys.
That's it. 100,000. I packed it myself. It wasn't easy putting this together on short notice.
March and Healy offer no reply. She regards them oddly.
I want to thank you for doing this. It's nice to have people like you in the world still. What are we going to do once we run out?
Healy stands, pulls the suitcase toward him.
Tell us where to go.
Interior March's car, driving, same. March driving, Healy in the passenger seat, eyes closed. The metal suitcase rests on his back seat. March drives in silence, smoking. But then, after a few moments, his eyelids start to droop. He shakes it off.
Man, I'm getting kind of tired here. Healy?
Healy snores lightly.
Terrific.
He stares back out the windshield, concentrates on driving, but his eyelids grow heavy again. His eyes shut for a second. He snaps them back open.
Shit. Hey. Healy, wake up.
Healy mumbles something, looks over.
Sorry, I'm falling asleep here, man. You're gonna have to drive.
All right, pull over at the next turnoff.
Okay, cool. Listen, are you worried at all? I mean, about making this drop?
Not me, I got insurance.
He pulls up his pant leg, revealing an S&M airweight revolver in ankle holster.
This baby right here never leaves me, ever.
Cute. I just hope you don't have to use it. Pull off here.
You know what? You don't need to pull off. The car can drive itself.
What are you talking about?
Just let go of the wheel, man.
March considers for a second, then tentatively lets go of the wheel. And sure enough, as they approach a bend in the road, the car turns all by itself. March looks delighted.
Hey, I didn't know it could do that.
You kidding? All cars can drive themselves. It's amazing what Detroit can do these days.
From the back seat, a giant monstrous killer bee, roughly 6 feet tall, leans forward, turns its humongous compound eyes toward March, oversized tongue protruding, says,
Yeah, March, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, like you know. You don't even drive. You fly everywhere, asshole.
Got a point there, Bumble. You can't even. What the fuck are you doing? Jesus, wake up, wake up.
March's eyes snap open. He fell asleep at the wheel. He's been dreaming. Healy is yelling at him.
Look out, goddammit, look out.
March whips his head around. They're headed right for a concrete overpass support. He slams on the brakes. Too late. Wham! They smash into the support head on. March and Healy jolted against their seatbelts as the car comes to an immediate stop. The front end stoved in. The metal suitcase launched out of the back seat, shatters the front windshield, keeps going. Smack! Impacts against the concrete support, breaking open. Showering shredded newspapers everywhere. March and Healy stare out the broken windshield, in shock, silent, stunned. The newspaper rains down all over the seat, all over the car. There is no money in the suitcase. It takes a while for all this to process. March blinks.
You okay?
Suitcase.
Yeah, I know.
There's no money.
I know.
A long pause.
Maybe someone messed with it. I mean,
Tally packed the money herself. She said so. She totally fucked us.
yeah. Doesn't make sense. I mean, why? Why? What good's it do to send us off on a thing?
Wild goose chase.
Wild goose chase, exactly. Take us out of the city.
3-4 hours, and we could be back dealing with Amelia and
March stops cold. The exact same second as Healy. Fear swims in their eyes. They exchange a look.
mother.
March keys the ignition. The engine catches. Sounds like shit, but at least it runs. Slams it into reverse. Pulls free of the concrete support. Blasts backward. Throws a smoking 180 as we cut to interior March's house, living room night. Holly plays solitaire, tries to ignore the background jabber of Jessica. Phone welded to her chin.
No, like the Waltons. Yeah, on TV. Richard something. Yeah. Thing in his face. Yeah, like what's that actor's name?
The doorbell rings. Holly gets up.
Jess, get off the phone. Yeah, like anyway, this new John boy is like a murderer. Shit, now it's gonna be bugging me. Like, who was that actor?
Exterior road, March at the phone booth, same. A busy signal. March slams down the phone, frenzied, flings himself into the car. Waves at Healy, go, go. Interior March's house, same. Holly opens the front door. On the other side, a tall, bland-looking man with a medical bag.
You're Holly. Dr. Malik.
Oh, hi, she's inside. Come in.
He smiles amiably. Wow. Okay, can't say that word right now. Shrugs out of his coat, shuts the door.
Mind fetching your dad?
He's running an errand.
Yeah? Back anytime soon?
Oh, an hour tops.
Fine. Now then, Nurse Holly, how's our patient? That's her?
He points to Jessica, who flashes a brisk Ali Sheedy wave. Never looks up.
Oh no, that's Jessica. What she's got you can't fix. In there, asleep, slight fever.
On drugs, you think? What was she saying? Was she making sense?
He crosses to the bedroom, turns, and for the first time, something captures Holly's attention. On his cheek, just below the right ear, looms a large, discolored lump. A mole. Holly watches it go by, mesmerized, frozen.
Holy moly. She called us fascists.
Holly, heart pounding now, and it gets worse. An oblivious Jessica picks this moment to chime in.
Oh my god, Holly, what's the name of that actor on the Waltons? You know, Richard something. Oh, with the hockey puck on his face.
Beside Holly, the man goes very still. The temperature in the room seems to drop, a flicker. He recovers quickly, like he never heard. Too late. Holly saw. She knows. With affected casualness, she crosses to the counter.
Oh, that show's for idiots. Dr. Malik, would you like a cookie? Just baked them. Oh, none left. I looked, remember? No, there's a couple. Doctor.
I could be persuaded. After I've had a look at Sleeping Butte.
He stops, turns, eyes flat and dead, becomes quite still. Holly has a gun in her hand. The gun she just lifted from March's cookie jar.
Nurse Holly.
10 feet separate them. John Boy smiles, raises his hands. The medical bag drops. A syringe rolls free. Jessica just now noticing the gun.
Holly, what are you doing? Are you crazy?
Holly licks dry lips, says to John Boy.
There are handcuffs in the desk, asshole. Get them. Slow.
John Boy, so still it's frightening, brow furrowed, like he's listening to a radio only he can hear.
Hey, did you hear me?
Pause. He looks up, consults his watch.
This is really slowing me down, Holly.
Jessica, still in shock.
Holly, what's going on? Jessica, it's him. He's the guy.
John Boy reaches in his pants, the action so casual Holly doesn't think to stop him. From the waistband, he produces a straight razor.
Jessica, if you help me with this, I'll only kill Holly.
Exterior intersection night. March's car slingshots into view, past Holly's vacant lot. Interior car with Healy and March, same. March, focused, Healy stuffing an extra gun clip on his coat.
All right, come on now. 68 and sunny.
Interior March's living room, same. John Boy seems, if anything, more casual now. As he slowly walks toward Holly, a dreadful stillness about him.
Jessica, dial 911.
John Boy cocks his head, hears a car, faint in the distance, keeps moving.
Jessica, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Jessica, don't listen.
The pressure, simply too much. Jessica's just a kid. She bolts, rushes headlong for the door, crosses between Holly and John Boy. Mistake. A split-second advantage, and John Boy takes it. With no seeming effort, he grabs Jessica, slings her around in front of him, facing the gun, hoists her into the air, legs kicking, and hurls her. It's bizarre. All his might, flat out throws her at Holly. Here she comes, surreal. Holly ducks. Jessica pinwheels past her, goes crashing through a side window, an explosion of glass. She vanishes into the night as headlights flash through the front window of the house. John Boy sees it, reacts instantly, turns, heads for the front door. Exterior March's house, street, same. The cavalry is here. Healy and March burst from their car.
Did you hear that?
Don't know whose car is.
He stops mid-sentence as a strange man casually crosses March's front lawn. In no great hurry, he spots March and Healy, waves.
Evening.
Healy and March thrown, the guy so utterly unperturbed.
Hey. Do you know what that loud noise was?
The words hang in the air. John Boy pauses at his car, casually opens the trunk, reaches inside.
Yeah, just now, threw that girl out the window.
Healy reacts instantly.
March down.
Healy tackles March behind a planter as John Boy comes up firing a Sterling submachine gun, full auto, rips the Suburban nighttime into pieces. March's car takes the first full fuselage, tires blown, glass shattered. John Boy swivels, targets the planter, chunks of concrete go flying. March rolls up to one side, looks up, sees Jessica at the side of the house, lying there.
Jesus Christ!
Without thought, he powers to his feet, sprints across 20 feet of lawn, gunfire chasing him, earth shooting up in gouts. He flings himself flat around the side of the house. Combat crawls to Jessica, checks her, alive, gathers her up as back out on the street, Healy is making a move. First lull in the fire, he books across the drive toward March's car, lunges across the street in front of it, clears the hood, touches down, rolls. Gun aimed under the car toward John Boy's feet, swears. John Boy is looking back. The killer lies flat, already aiming under the car. Healy jumps, clings to the door panel, and the world erupts. Interior house, same. March bursts in the side door, carrying Jessica.
Holly?
He half runs, half staggers, rounds the corner. Holly and Amelia are crouched, hugging each other.
Fucking fascists.
Dad.
Yeah, okay, look, come on.
He pushes them into the bedroom, places Jessica on the bed.
Stay here. Don't move.
He takes the gun from Holly, runs to the front of the house, and meanwhile, outside, Healy's pinned behind a eucalyptus tree. Every few seconds, he thrusts out an arm, fires, shooting blind. The tree gets ripped to splinters in response. John Boy's head snaps sideways, sees March inside the house, doesn't miss a beat. Draws a second weapon from the trunk of his car, a handgun, targets March with it. While still firing at Healy, he aims the other gun. Blows shot after shot through the front window at March's scuttling form, glass collapsing. John Boy drop stuffs new clips so fast it's scary. Slap click, slap click. In the midst of this, he pauses to check his watch, frowns, annoyed. Off schedule. It's taking too long. Back inside bedroom, Jessica, now stirring. Holly crouches.
Amelia, give me a hand. Amelia?
Reacts startled. Amelia poised in the window, overlooking the steeply pitched backyard.
Tell Mr. Healy thanks for nothing.
Wait. No, Amelia, no.
Amelia jumps, slips from view, plummets, cut to the front yard, Healy in his tree. He picks his moment, breaks cover, spins into view, puts 3 in the raised trunk lid. Pow, pow, pow. John Boy, now, forced to dodge. Healy sprints, dives through the shattered front window of March's house, hits, rolls, comes up running. Pumps 10 shots back out the fucking window as he races toward cover. Outside, John Boy decides on retreat, distant sirens now approaching. He climbs behind the wheel of his car, shrieks out of the driveway in a cloud of bricks and stucco. Right then, the eucalyptus tree finally breaks in two, slams down with a thunderous crack, just missing his car. He screeches away, brow slightly furrowed, disappointed. Interior house, followed with March. Crouched low, March arrives in the bedroom, opens the door.
Oh, no.
Holly in tears, he moves to the window, peers out. A 15-foot drop to the hillside, Amelia nowhere to be seen. Exterior street with John Boy driving. It doesn't take John Boy long to realize he's riding on rims. 2 blocks from March's, he pulls over, gets out, approaches a random car, goes to break the glass, stops. A police car is approaching. The first to respond, inbound, 30 yards out. In a split second, John Boy changes tactics, walks right into the road, waves arms frantically. The police cruiser slews to a halt. The cop gets out, one hand on his weapon.
Sir, please calmly tell me what the...
He's Candy. John Boy moves fast, spins to the cop, bounces his head off the hood. Cut to the police car squealing off. Interior car driving, John Boy at the wheel. He hits his flashers just for fun. Checks the rear view, can hardly believe his luck. Because there in the road, screaming for him to stop, is none other than Amelia. He permits himself to smile. Cut to black. Pause. Fade in on exterior March's neighborhood. An hour later, cops everywhere. Police cruisers, 6 of them, flashers turning. The night wears on. Everyone's dead tired. March wanders in circles, takes an interest in the ground. Amelia Kuttner is a blanket-covered lump in the middle of the road, pitifully small. Cops swim around, all too late. Healy says nothing, looks on, his face unreadable, his client dead. She's paid him. He just stands there. There's nothing he can do. So he just stands there. Interior police station hallway night. March and Healy sit, handcuffed to a bench in the hallway. March stares at the ground, Healy gazing at the ceiling. They're silent. We hear a low murmur of station activity in the background. We hold. Finally, a man enters the frame. Suit, tie, lawyer.
All right, guys. They're letting you out on your own reconnaissance. You'll be processed and free in an hour.
What about Kuttner? Did they question her?
No, they didn't. They're not going to.
Harry, listen to me.
No, March, you listen. You're lucky to be getting out at all. She's the head of the Justice Department. You can't come in here spouting this crap and expect it.
Harry, it's true. She had her daughter killed.
March, it's your word against cutters. Cutters? You lose, they're gonna want to question you some more in the next couple of days. You might want to think about changing your story.
March falls silent. Healy continues to stare at the ceiling. Exterior Los Angeles, 101 freeway morning. Cars backed up as far as the eye can see. It's rush hour and nobody's moving. A thick crust of smog hangs over the city. Interior taxi cab, 101 overpass, same. March and Healy in the back seat, Holly up by the driver. They inch along, breathing exhaust fumes. March stares out the window. From up here on the overpass, he's got a nice hazy view of the city in the morning sun.
You know, those idiots, those protester idiots?
Healy looks over.
I think they were right. Birds can't breathe.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Silence. They inch forward some more.
Amelia dead. Misty, Shattuck, all dead. The rest of us get to choke. No one cares.
Well, it looks that way.
That's how it goes sometimes.
That's how it goes a lot of the time.
I need a drink.
Exterior March's house, same. The cab pulls up outside of what's left of March's house. Glass broken, bullet holes, police tape. March and Holly climb out and stare at their home while Healy pays the driver.
Oh, and ouch. In some ways, it's kind of an improvement, you know?
Yeah, just grab it if you need, and we'll stay in a motel or something for tonight, anyway.
Holly disappears inside the house just as a huge boat of a car pulls up to the curb outside. Parks awkwardly. As an old woman gets out, we recognize her. It's Lily Glenn, Misty's aunt. She approaches March, looking determined again.
Mrs. Glenn, hello. Look, I know you've been calling. I've been a little busy.
Well, oh my, your house.
Yes, my house. We're remodeling, Mrs. Glenn. Perhaps now is not the time.
The old woman, sensing the brush off, ignores the house, looking like a war zone, puts her determined face back on. Now is the time, Mr. March. Have you made any progress on my case?
No, Mrs. Glenn, not really. I'm not sure I'm going to.
She notices Healy, seemingly for the first time. He's supposed to be looking for my niece.
Yes, heard about that.
She's alive, too. I know because I saw her. Only nobody believes me. Why won't they believe me?
I don't know, ma'am.
I saw her at her house, right through the front window, clear as day. She was writing something at a desk. She was wearing a blue pinstripe jacket.
Sure, I've seen that jacket.
Mrs. Glenn, look, please, I need to get. Wait, what'd you say?
What?
You seen that jacket?
Yeah, that Shattuck's. It was in his office with a bunch of other wardrobe.
The jacket was in his office.
Yeah, a blue pinstripe jacket. Had Misty's name on it. It was for the film.
Wardrobe for the film.
I think I just said that.
Marsh blinked once, and suddenly he gets it.
Holy fucking shit!
Oh my. Healy's totally lost now. March suddenly excited.
Mrs. Glenn, I need you to take us to Misty's and show us exactly what you saw.
Exterior Hollywood Hills street day. March steers to a halt outside Misty Mountain's Hollywood Hills hideaway. It looks forlorn and only after a week. As they all exit the car, Lily speaks excitedly. There's the window. March is silent, intent, uses Lily's key, opens the door. Interior house, same. Spacious living room, lots of built-ins, cabinets, consoles, psychedelic furnishings, erotic art. Healy sizes it up and states the obvious.
Mrs. Glenn, there's no desk in this room.
Well, I don't know what to say. March, meanwhile, is looking around, staring up at the ceiling, examining the floor. Holly watches him.
Dad, what are you doing?
March bumps the coffee table. It's pretty heavy. He kicks it again. It's really heavy. Starts checking it over.
Just, hang on. Hang on.
There's a long split down the middle of the table. He tries to get his fingers in there, feels underneath it, hits a latch. The coffee table splits open. We see something inside, elevating, emerging. He grins. A movie projector rises into view, locks in position. Click. Pause. There it sits. I don't understand. He turns to her, eyes twinkling.
Very simple. You did see your niece that night, Mrs. Glenn. You saw her on that wall at a desk in a pinstripe suit.
He rummages inside the console, Healy confused.
Wait, so what she saw, she was looking at a movie.
Not a movie, the movie. Misty's farewell performance projected on that wall.
You can't be serious.
Got a better idea?
All the copies of the film burned up.
Then how did Lily watch it through that window 2 days after it supposedly burned? Christ's sake, the wardrobe matches.
Lily stammers. I'm confused. They pay her no heed.
What if Amelia lied to us?
You're saying she made a copy.
A copy, yes, wouldn't you?
And gave it to Misty.
Yes. That night she came, checked the film against her wall, then carried it off with her, all while Lily watched.
Healy, wheels turning. Lily tugs March's arm. I need to ask something.
I don't know, March. That's pretty thin.
But now, against his will, Healy's hooked. He snaps his fingers, looks up, eyes wide.
The businessman.
Huh?
At the Westin, remember? Bartender said she was meeting some dudes out of New York, conducting some kind of business.
Selling them the film. See? What did I tell you? It's out there, man. The film still exists.
They exchange triumphant looks. Lily, insistent now. Please stop talking. They all trail off, turn to find her looking stricken. I listened to everything you said. Does this mean my niece is dead? Awkward pause. Holly avoids her gaze. Healy looks pained.
She was murdered, Lily.
I see.
But we're going to get the people who did it.
Interior Cedars-Sinai Hospital, lobby, day. Healy, Holly, and March hustle through the hospital doors, moving fast and loose. Interior patient room, afternoon, man in bed. Okay, remember the wheezing guy from a few pages back? The Airport Weston sequence? His throat cut? Exactly that guy. Well, he's here, in bed, a survivor. Private room, hushed, dim. He lies still, throat bandaged. He hears a sound, looks up. He sees Healy entering furtively, beckoned to March and Holly. The guy goes rigid. They approach, huffing, out of breath. Flank the bed. March, elected spokesman. He smiles, offers pad and paper.
I don't know if you remember us. We have a couple questions. If you could just, write the answers.
The guy recoils, swats away pad and pen, scared witless, actually makes mewling noises.
Whoa, easy. No one's here to hurt you.
The man seems to think otherwise, seems inconsolable. March frowns.
What's this guy's problem? I mean, yeah, they're cutthroat, obviously, but
Healy tumbles to it first, leans in, gaze steady.
We're not with anyone else, okay? Sir, was someone else here?
Yeah, about 6'2", blonde hair, big thing on his face.
At this, the Weezer stops struggling and promptly faints dead away. March shakes him. Again, nothing.
well, now what?
March leans back against the wall to wait, kicks something to the floor, looks down.
Hey, check out the floor.
There's numerous scraps of notepaper scattered all over the linoleum by the bed. Healy stoops, grabs one, whistles.
I'll be damned. John Boy did question him.
Can you be sure?
Healy flashes the notes. Don't kill me. March immediately gets down on his knees, starts snatching up the notes, reading them. Harley follows suit.
Please, please. That's useful.
Holly's got one.
Oh, no, we didn't get it yet.
Didn't get what, the film?
Holly just shrugs, Healy thinking.
He didn't give it to them yet? Maybe, not yet?
But they never took possession? Great, that's just great. Now she's dead.
Healy grabs another note.
After they were done with it. Hand over the film after they're done with it. They, her protest group.
The birdie punch. Done with it. What does that mean?
They scramble through more notes, discarding one after another until March finds.
Her friend is a projectionist.
Healy stops, frowns.
It's that, they talking about that protester kid,
The idiot kid, Chet. That was his name, Chet.
Holly finds another note.
At the LA Auto Show.
March and Healy both freeze.
The auto show. Isn't that like tonight?
Yeah. Big party, all the mucky mucks will be there, the press, everyone.
You don't think?
Great place to get the message to the people,
Off March's look, we cut to exterior Grande Vista Hotel, downtown night. Below us, a sprawling hotel complex opposite the LA Convention Center. 3 high-rise towers form a U around the ground level courtyard, swank, ritzy. Cars rotate on huge pedestals down there as searchlights sweep the sky. There's even a dance floor on the rooftop. Welcome to LA, Auto Show's gala opening night. Exterior hotel courtyard level party, same. We spot March, Healy, and Holly moving among the rich and well-dressed. They push through the bustle of activity, harried, out of breath. March corrals a passing security guard.
Hi there. We're looking for the projection room.
The guy points up past a giant suspended movie screen to the far side of the hotel, dotted with windows.
9th floor. You have a pass?
Sure, we have a pass. We don't have a pass.
Holly, ever helpful. Before they can respond, Holly leans over, and as they pass the poolside table, she snags a set of keys off of 2 oblivious chatting guests. March smiles, chip off the old block. Cut 2. Interior hotel, 9th floor corridor, same. Music heard faintly. Our guys come barreling out of the elevator down the hallway. The whole floor has been taken over by the show. Makeshift signs taped to the doors. They pass a guy. March flags him.
Hey, have you seen Chet, the projectionist?
Just left like 10 minutes ago. Went for a drink. And you are?
In a hurry. Thanks, buddy.
How'd you know my name was Buddy?
They round a corner, still moving, scanning paper signs. Healy spots one that reads, movie room, nudges March. They try the door, locked. March signals Holly at the far end of the hallway.
Look, check down there. Are we clear?
Holly looks both ways, gives March the thumbs up. Healy grabs the handle, applies his weight to the door panel, shifting, heaving, an audible snap. March motions for Holly to keep an eye out, as interior hotel suite, same. They enter what looks like a fairly nice hotel suite, couches, chairs, parquet floors. And there, aimed out the window, a big clunky projector rented for the occasion. There's a film in it, threaded in the platter. Healy crosses the room, plucks the leader, unspools 10 feet of film, holds it to the light.
Well,
Bunch of cars.
March hunkers down, pores over the footage.
Motor City Pride. This isn't it. It's not the film.
projectionist, he must have stashed it somewhere.
From behind them issues a calm, clear voice.
The projectionist. He must still have it stashed somewhere. Nope, that's not me. I'm sorry. My thinking. Exactly.
They spin, startled, its tally in one hand a bright, distractedly green walkie-talkie, in the other an equally distracted automatic. She closes the hotel door without looking, actually slams it right in Holly's face, locks her out.
Hey, Tally, how's it going? You look great. Nice gun.
She waggles the automatic.
Got a special for you weapons on the floor now.
Healy sighs, unlimbers a revolver, tosses it, ditto March.
Kill the projectionist.
No, my associate's out looking for him now. We'll find him.
Healy squints at her, sizing her up.
Tell me, Tally, ever killed anybody?
In Detroit, yes. 3 times.
Oh, really?
That's where this began, isn't it?
Sorry?
Detroit. Misty Mountains was at that auto show last month.
She was stupid. Kept bragging about her new movie, the stir it would cause.
But Tally, listen, you're not a murderer.
She did kill 3 people.
Yeah, I mean like deep down.
Abruptly, there's a sharp knocking at the door. A poorly disguised voice calls.
Room service!
Tally frowns, her attention drawn to the door, briefly, and that's enough time for March to make his move. He drops to the floor, darts out an arm, grabs the cuff of Healy's pants, frantic, searching. Healy frowns down at him, Tally too, gun still leveled, as March determinedly goes for Healy's other leg.
What's wrong with him?
I'm not sure. March, what the fuck are you doing? Just curious.
March sits up, a trifle breathless.
Shit, I was going for the gun. I guess you must have moved it.
What gun?
It was when you showed me your ankle gun.
Told you I had an ankle gun.
You did. You showed me, remember? You know, on the road last night, right before we hit that. Oh, hang on. Did I dream that?
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
No, wait, hold on.
You dreamt it, you moron. There's no ankle holster. Oh, wow. Wow, this takes the prize.
Shut up, both of you.
Tally unlocks the door.
Holly, you can come in.
Holly enters, pushing a small service tray.
Very clever, Holly.
Thanks. I thought so.
And on the word so, Holly moves fast, snatches the coffee pot up the tray, and flings it to Tally, covering her with scalding hot liquid. Only Tally doesn't seem all that bothered. Perhaps that the fact that the coffee isn't actually hot has something to do with it.
Why did you just throw cold coffee on me?
I got it in the hallway. I thought it was hot.
Tally just shakes her head, moves to close the door, and slips on the coffee puddle at her feet. She goes down with a yelp, cracking her head on the doorknob, the gun in her hand discharging. Blam, takes out a lamp, and she's out cold that quick. March pops to his feet, all business.
Well, that worked out. Now I gotta find this projectionist before John Boy.
The guy said he went for a drink. Take the upstairs bar, I'll take downstairs.
Exterior hotel courtyard, lavish bar, same. Chet, the projectionist, sits at the bar looking nervous, checks his watch for the umpteenth time, glances around. A man steps up a few feet away, scans the crowd. Tall, broad, easygoing grin. Giant mole. John Boy.
Anyone here seen the projectionist?
Chet gives an involuntary start. John Boy catches it, turns.
You're the projectionist? Look, we got a problem on 9. Someone knocked over the projector, films all over the floor.
The film's on the floor. Really?
Yeah, fucking mess. Follow me?
Chet nods, gulps the scotch. John Boy waits, smiling. Cut 2. Exterior rooftop party, same. A smaller, more exclusive version of the party downstairs. March and Holly step out of the elevator, survey the scene.
Stay here, guard the elevator.
Dad, I want to help.
Good. You can push the button for me when I get back.
He walks away, leaving her fuming, heads over to the bar. Clearly a different bar than the one we had just saw Chet at. Starts scanning the crowd in vain. Absently plops down on a bar stool. The second he does, a hand taps him on the shoulder.
Hey, pal, what can I do for you?
Excuse me?
Free drinks, man. What do you have?
March blinks at the endless line of bottles behind the bar.
Free drinks.
Exterior hotel courtyard, same. He makes his way through the crowd, spots the main bar, pushes towards it, catches the bartender's attention.
Hey, I'm looking for a guy about 5'5", brown hair. He's supposed to be running the projector for us.
Yeah, guy already came and got him. Something about film on the floor, right?
Which way they go?
They took the service door right over.
But Healy's already on the move. We follow him as he pushes through the service exit. He jogs down the corridor, tries the door at the far end. It leads to a loading dock, empty. He starts to head back in when a noise startles him. He spins. Movement there, inside one of the dumpsters. Healy runs over. A blood-covered Chet the projectionist is in the dumpster, barely moving, eyes glassy.
Jesus, Chet, can you hear me? Chet!
Exterior rooftop party, same. Holly by the elevator being ignored by the ultra-rich. Something catches her eye. A distractingly green walkie-talkie clipped to someone else's belt. Looking just like the one Tally had, Holly leaves the position to get a good look at the owner. Medium height, compact, not young, definitely an older guy. He turns. Oh shit, it's not an older guy, it's the older guy. His arm is in a sling, pledged to Healy, forgotten. Holly creeps closer to him, trying to act casual as we cut to exterior hotel courtyard party, same. John Boy strides quickly up the stairs to the terrace level, casually wiping something off his hands with a handkerchief. Nearly collides with the party guest, a guy we recognize, flanked by 2 burly bodyguards. It's Bergen Paulsen, the car company exec from TV. They lock eyes.
What? What are you doing here? I can't be seen with you. The film. It's here. Here? Just what are we paying you for? You're supposed to take care of it.
John Boy fixes him with a dead stare, unnerving, says,
I am.
then turns, keeps walking, looking annoyed now, reaches into his coat pocket, takes out a walkie-talkie. Exterior rooftop party, same, with the older guy, John Boy's voice crackles from the walkie-talkie on his belt.
The film's in the projector. Repeat, in the projector.
Older guy snatches up the radio.
What? We already checked.
It's spliced into the other film, right in the middle of it. Go get it.
On my way.
He clicks off, stands all business, starts to go, but some sixth sense stops him. He frowns, turns, locks eyes with Holly. To date, they've not met. No matter. Recognition flashes between them. She heard, she knows. It's in her eyes.
Don't you know it's rude to eavesdrop?
Exterior rooftop party, bar, same. March still sitting in the bar. Older guy and Holly step up behind him. Older guy leans down, says in March's ear,
I've got a gun pointed at your daughter's spine. Come with me.
March turns, straightens, a big lopsided grin on his face. Oddly, doesn't seem any too frightened.
A gun? What's that? Hey, Ollie, buddy, you want a drink? They're free.
Older guy stops, surprised. This guy's plastered. Holly, somehow, looks less surprised.
Let's all just step away. This way, Mr. March.
He indicates an area behind the porta-johns, obscure, empty, screened by palm trees.
If you say so. It's a party, right?
Intercut, Healy downstairs trying to help Chet, trying to talk to him at the same time.
Chet, the film. Amelia's film. Where?
Chet's head slumps to one side against Healy's arm, giving him a close-up view of Healy's watch, and smiles suddenly.
Starts.
What?
Splice. In. Starts. Now.
And right at that moment, we cut to interior 9th floor suite projection room, same. All is still and quiet in here. The camera slowly closes in the projector. And without warning, click, the system jumps to life. The whole thing running off a timer, Chet or no Chet, it's movie time. Exterior courtyard, same. Suddenly all the lights dim, searchlight shut down, and a blast of jazzy, up-tempo movie fills the air. John Boy goes rigid, spins, looking up. The giant screen starts to glow, blossoms to life as below 1,000 heads turn as one. Exterior rooftop near the edge. March, woozy, leans on a chair back for a support. Older guy shoves Holly with the gun.
Okay, this is far enough.
Stops, frowns from below. Movie music. What in God's name? He turns, distracted. It's as good as a chance as March is going to get. March's face, slack, drunken, miserable, and then, out of nowhere, transformed. If you blinked, you missed it. Suddenly, he ain't drunk. Suddenly, he looks hard and grim and furious.
Holly, duck.
Holly hits the floor as March spins and slings the chair. Older guy doesn't react quick enough. The chair smashes him in the face. And March is still in motion, spinning, knife-edge hand outstretched, chops viciously at the guy's neck, once, twice, crushes his trachea, collapses it. The man stumbles in circles, fingers go slack, the gun drops, March is on it instantly. Older guy grabs Holly, an iron grip, gurgling. March fires, blam, from the ground, no hesitation. Blows older guy back toward the looming edge. He teeters, starts to go over, still clutching Holly. March doesn't think, lunges, sheer desperation. With his good arm, miraculously slips Holly back into the roof. Sadly, accompanies older guy into the sky. They plummet. Holly screams, down, down. Two men tumbling, getting smaller and smaller until two distinct outcomes. March hits the pool. Older guy, well, doesn't. The result, March splashes. Older guy sort of, well, pops. Ground level that moment, men in tuxes, women in gowns, spackled. Older guy fucking exploded. A woman screams. Bikini girls flee the pool. Amazingly, amid the 1,000-odd folks, only a handful even notice what happened. A ripple off to one side. John Boy sees it, but doesn't seem to be all that interested. Calmly starts for the hotel. He's got to stop the film. Exterior security exit same. The doors burst open. Healy emerges, scanning the crowd. One hand on the gun in his pocket, just in time as, up above, on the giant movie screen, Motor City Pride is abruptly preempted. Clicks, pops. A few feet of leader, and then Misty Mountain appears 30 feet high. She looks great. Healy exhales a ragged breath. The film's rolling, the jig's up, hundreds of people gazing upward. Now another actor appears on the screen, and we hear dialogue.
I'm Bergen Paulsen. I represent the Detroit auto manufacturers.
Down in the courtyard, the real Bergen Paulsen watches, thunderstruck.
Oh my God.
John Boy, oddly detached, observed from the switchover. He's too late. Okay, fine. Knows what he has to do. Turns, shoulders back to the crowd, fishes in his coat, approaches a poolside Lamborghini revolving on its pedestal and passing, calmly rolls a hand grenade underneath it, keeps walking, produces an automatic, never break stride. Aiming up at the 9th floor, he targets the projector and opens fire. Instant pandemonium. People screaming, scrabbling to get out of the way. He blows a whole clip skyward. No good. The film keeps right on playing. Interior swimming pool with March. March comes to underwater, panicked, thrashes wildly. God, he's drowning. Opens his eyes, sees Richard Nixon swimming beside him, waving. It barely registers. He kicks his legs. We follow him up, out of the deep blue. He breaks to the surface, clutches the concrete, choking, gasping. A car blows apart, not 20 feet from him. The Lamborghini tears itself to bits. Bystanders killed, ripped by shrapnel. Black oil smoke funnels skyward. Full-scale chaos. 1,000 people run for their lives. Our guy can kill a party like no one's business. Exterior rooftop with Holly, same. At roof's edge, Holly drops flat, shouts down.
Dad!
Smoke billows upward, but she spots March, a tiny figure down there on his knees. He waves up at her. She lets out a breath, relieved, starts to turn away. Something catches her eye. The film. Misty's image starts to shake, skips. Then all at once, the screen goes dark. Someone just stopped the movie.
Uh-oh.
With March below, retrieving his fallen gun, he notices it too, takes a few steps, staring up. Someone grabs him. He starts to recoil. It's Healy.
Film, let's go.
Healy pulls him toward the hotel. March, fighting to keep up, huffing, wheezing, two sorry-ass saviors, these. Healy turns to say something, freezes. Focuses past March's shoulder, eyes wide. John Boy, they lock eyes.
March on your 9.
Huh? March spins, whoops, and that's his 3. Healy doesn't blink. Cross draws his gun and opens fire through the smoke. John Boy dives, rolls, fires at March. Bam, bam, bam. Jesus. March dives across the sports car, lunges over the hood, metal pocked, perforated. He lands, shaken, hugs the vehicle, safe, alive. Healy, relentless, prowls the smoke, gun up, around him, flame, carnage. With March hiding. Here's the thing. With respect to him, the car is stock still, immobile, and thus could cover one problem. The car is revolving, and so is March, oblivious. Behind him, scenery keeps changing. He doesn't notice, raises his gun, takes a steadying breath. Behind him, John Boy drifts into view, March, eyes closed.
You can do this. Ready? 1, 2.
Bang. Blood leaps from his arm. March, shot.
Oh.
He looks around, confused. Healy targets the muzzle flash, lays cover fire as March attempts to dive back over the car. And meantime, interior projection room, 9th floor. Holly comes bursting through the door. Tally is here, nose broken. Looks like shit. The film's off the projector. Now she's got it in a canister using electrical tape to seal it. Whirls around, scissors in hand. And Holly slips. On the coffee puddle from before. Goes down, sliding. Saves her life. As Tally hurls the scissors, thwack. They stick in the wall. Holly scrambles past her, snatches the film can.
Give me that, you fucked up little hippie.
Advances on Holly, murderous, with nowhere to run. Holly looks at Tally right in the eye and says,
Lady, you want it? Go get it.
With that, she turns and rolls the can straight for the balcony railing. Tally freaks, lunges after it. Holly trips her. Down she goes. She screams, leading with her face. Whack into the railing. She's done. Holly then watches mesmerized as a future of Detroit rolls off the edge into space. Down below, everyone looks up, following the sound of Tally's scream, the object of their quest. Arcing through the night, John Boy frozen, tracking its descent. March crouched behind a car watching. Healy transfixed. CEO Bergen Paulsen, his bodyguards all wrapped. It catches the moonlight like a shiny coin, vanishes in the billowing smoke. Spell broken.
Get me that film.
And just that quickly, it's a whole new ballgame. Basically, everyone makes a run for the film. Exterior courtyard, the chase is on. In a split second, everyone's up and running. March staggers, nearly goes down, beaten, bedraggled, deaf. He should lie down. Instead, for no visible reason, he galvanizes. Suddenly, he's running. Healy appears at his side. They pour it on, leaping obstacles, dodging flaming wreckage. John Boy materializes 10 yards to the right. Healy shouts.
March, get the film.
Then peels off towards John Boy, flings himself at the guy. They go crashing through the tables and furniture, locked in combat. And meanwhile, March still running. Up ahead, Bergen Paulsen's bodyguards, sprinting for the film. March is closer. He swoops in at a dead run, snatches up the film, keeps going, just clutches it to his chest and fucking runs. Bodyguards pounding after him. He swerves toward the hotel lobby, feet slapping, breath sawing in and out.
No way, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, no way, fuck you.
A bullet cuts the air like an angry hornet, hits the glass entryway, collapses it. As March leaps, sails through the shattered doors, lands, tumbles hard, rolls to his feet, keeps going. Exterior courtyard, Healy and John Boy fighting. John Boy's got Healy. He spins him, slams him down into a glass bar, shatters it with Healy's face. Healy in trouble. Scrabbles behind him with both arms, flails at John Boy's coat, actually jams a hand in his coat pocket, yanks, tugs, breaks free, spins around, arms up, stops, noticing something in his hand. It's a grenade pin. He just yanked it from John Boy's pocket and stares at it dumbly. John Boy looks too. Oh shit. Healy turns and runs. John Boy paws at his coat, frantic, gives up, whips it off, and flings it. Night becomes day, a shattering roar. The floor tilts sideways, debris showering, bits of flaming wood. John Boy rocked, blown off his feet, flung head over heels. Healy, blown sideways, rolls to his feet, on fire, hurls himself at John Boy, no hesitation. And meanwhile, exterior hotel with March. March bursts forth into the rear parking lot, running for his life, running to save the film. Paulsen's bodyguard's on his tail. Gunshot, a brittle crack, parts his hair. He jukes left, out onto the street, and wham! Car hits him. Doing maybe 25 miles an hour. Not too fast, but fast enough. Pops him on the hood, he smacks the windshield, loses the film, slips out of his hand, starts rolling away from him down the street. The driver gets out, pissed off.
The fuck you think you're doing?
That's LA for you. March dazed ignores him, or maybe he doesn't even hear him, struggles to his feet. Film, gone. He dropped it. There. Rolling, March is going to have to catch it. Behind him, out of focus, the bodyguards appear. Shove past the irate driver, knock him on his ass. He starts yelling. An altercation ensues. March, oblivious, breaks into an awkward hitching jog as behind him, amazingly, a full-blown fight ensues, the driver screaming. Then someone fires a gun back there. Blam. March doesn't care, keeps on like a kid chasing after a ball, 5 feet in front of him, 3 feet. More gunfire now, the driver firing at the bodyguards, then firing back. Who knows? March reaches out, one finger, touches the canister, stops it. It wobbles once, becomes still. He snatches it up, his prize. He promptly collapses, right in the middle of the road, falls down, sits clutching the film, looking around, addled, woozy, breath swaying. There are more bodies over there, flashing lights too, people moving. The police. March frowns. When did they get here? He didn't notice. He's got the film. And meanwhile, exterior hotel courtyard, same. Holly appears now, following a trail of destruction, running, head throbbing, rounds the sides of the hotel. And there's Healy, at his feet, flat on the cement. John Boy. Healy's got him in a headlock. Meaty forearm encircling the guy's big bull neck. He's choking him to death.
Holly, get back. Go away.
Holly remains, panting, fixed on Healy.
What are you doing? Stop. Healy, stop.
Healy doesn't let up, John Boy turning purple in his arms.
Please, you don't have to kill him.
Yes, I do, Holly. Get away, now.
She refuses to budge, stares Healy down.
You don't. You didn't kill that blue-faced guy. You didn't kill him.
Healy's caught off guard, suddenly aware of the lie he told.
Holly, he killed Amelia. He's a murderer.
But you're not. Leave him for the police.
Healy conflicted, the teenager watching him choke a man to death.
Mr. Healy, if you kill this man, I'll never speak to you again.
Healy stares up at Holly. A long moment, John Boy dying every second of it. Finally, Healy sighs, cautiously disengages himself. As he rolls to one knee, we see that he's hurt, bleeding. As he looms over the fallen John Boy.
Congratulations. You owe your life to a 16-year-old girl.
John Boy locks eyes with Holly, says nothing.
Good night, John Boy.
On the blow to the head, we cut to black. Pause. Fade up on Misty Mountains, big as life, wearing the blue pinstripe suit. She sits at her desk writing. A nameplate on her desk said Judith Kuttner. We hear a knocking off screen. She looks up. Come in. Another angle. A door opens and a cheesy-looking guy steps through. He fixes Misty with a stare, then starts wildly overacting.
I'm Bergen Paulsen. I represent the Detroit Auto Manufacturers. What's this about you suing us?
Misty stands up, strikes a sexy pose. You poisoned our precious air. The people won't stand for it. Cheesy guy approaches Misty, tries out his own sexy stance.
What if we could come to some kind of arrangement, Mrs. Kuttner? A monetary arrangement.
I don't know. I need to know the exact amounts you pay me, along with the dates and times of payment.
That's no problem. Take off your clothes and we'll talk about it.
Misty hesitates for a second, then starts to disrobe as a funky guitar air riff kicks in. Now the camera starts to pull back, revealing the edges of a movie screen, back further now. We're inside a courtroom, a closed door, grand jury hearing. Jurors watch the projected film with mounting discomfort. Interior courthouse hallway, same. March and Healy sit on a bench in a hallway. March stares at the ground. Healy gazes at the ceiling. They're silent. A door opens down the hall, and the real Judith Kuttner emerges, flanked by 2 uniformed officers. They sit her down on a bench directly opposite our guys, handcuff her to it. Move off a few paces to stand guard. An awkward silence. Kuttner breaks it.
I guess you two think you've done something here.
Pause, then.
This ain't about what we've done, it's about what you did.
Do you even have a clue as to what just happened?
More than a clue.
I stepped out of line. That it? Took money for personal gain?
They say nothing.
I didn't want that money. It wasn't some plan I had. Do you get that? It was a protocol. I followed it.
What does that even mean?
You think you're going to bring down the car companies? Start a revolution? What age are you two living in? Detroit can't be allowed to fail. It's as simple as that. You take the whole country down with them. I was acting on the national interest.
And your daughter? What about her interests?
I tried to save her.
You had her killed.
I did no such thing. Detroit had her killed. I wanted her safe. Why do you think I hired you? Tried to save her from herself.
Her composure restored. It's downright creepy.
You're going to jail, Mrs. Kuttner, where you belong.
A pause. She regards both of them for a moment, then says,
I am going to jail, but it won't make a difference. Whatever happens, Detroit won't be held responsible. If I'm not there to take care of it, someone else will.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, you will, Mr. March.
She leans back as the courtyard doors burst open. People start to file out. A lawyer walks past March and Healy.
We're getting you in right after lunch.
He gives them a thumbs up, walks on past. March and Healy stare across to Kuttner, lost in thought. Cut to a ringing bell, wider. It's a Christmas bell. Guy in a Santa costume stands on a street corner ringing it. Apparently, it's Christmas time. A car pulls up next to Santa. Healy gets out, starts down the sidewalk in a bit of a hurry, ducks into a restaurant. Interior Mexican restaurant, same. A hostess approaches Healy. He waves her off. Spots Holly sitting by herself at a table, walks over to him. Her.
Where is he?
Where do you think he's at the bar?
I guess he heard.
Oh boy, did he ever. See, if you can do something with him, because I sure can't.
I'll try.
Interior Mexican restaurant, bar, same. March folded across the bar like a man clutching a life raft, soused. Healy appears, takes a seat next to him.
Healy, you. Holly call you?
Healy just nods.
Guess you're here to tell me what an asshole I am for having a little drink, huh?
Not today, I'm not.
He signals the bartender.
Scotch, please.
March regards his friend with drunken incredulity.
So, you saw it on the TV.
March points at the black and white suspended behind the bar.
I saw.
Letting them off. Car companies scot-free. Not enough evidence, so they say.
I saw.
The bartender sets a drink in front of Healy. His first drink in 5 years. He looks down at it, considering.
Look, maybe they got away with it this time. Thing is, people are stupid, but they aren't that stupid.
You say so.
I say so. These guys are going down. 10 years, we're all going to be driving electric cars from Japan, so fuck them, you know?
March thinks for a moment, slowly starts to nod.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Healy raises his drink in a toast. March follows suit.
For the birds.
Hallelujah.
They drink. March looks down, sees a bee crawling on the bar. He takes a napkin, mashes it. Cut to black. The end.
And that is The Nice Guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see y'all next time.